God on you. Waking up a priest feeling royal. Shouting out to the power, our Father, good God. Just a sight to make a head of blood boil. The real wanna know you. Sisters get different, that never consider something lit and they can feel it. Look how I'm different, only rolling up, sitting on high, juice fly, no sign, the dry swishing on the day. My spirit's like the most high living. Catch me with the outer wall sipping. You ain't no flexing out from the same tribe. We get up on my father's side, look how we resemble. He a nigga, I'm a nigga, all my niggas Latino, Native Indian. All black party, he ain't getting it. Spirit ridiculous. God washed our city, anointed us from the beginning. Wrapped us in linen, silk bracelets, organs, earrings that bling on our women. That ornaments and a chain that swing from my neck. Big jewels in the crowns of the head of a bunch of mighty men. Though we all one body, my brother never go without it. If I got it, he got it, we got it together. Brotherhood is a weapon, better watch how you step when you threaten. It's a high holy day, no holiday, taking out idolatry. Watch how we fall away. It's a high holy day. Hands over like trumpets is blowing. Can you feel me and told me? It's a high holy day. The dedications for real sisters glad to have you. We feast in tabernacle. It's a high holy day. First fruits to spread unleavened bread and say to rest our head. It's a high holy day. From trials and fires, the most high behind us. So it don't matter if we not desired. You cowards be quietly in the midst of a prince. Stand clear in your fears. Contagious like bravery. All still man over here like Christ showing militants. Other camps he feminine. Scared to fight demons like addicts having habits. I just lie down instead of fighting on the savage. Shout around Mike, Hebrew individualites. But they think they all fall apart and got saved some way. Maybe one day you'll see just how it feels. Making 144 in my ears as I'm steering. To get there, man. Had to fear, man. Chatting out the south. He called me the wheel, man. Every day my zeal, man. Up in the stuff like my garments. A pop guy, yacht, what they call me. I be like hard on the wall and I'm on it. Just give me the order so I know what the Lord wants. Meanwhile, I took a straw, drink the strawberry orange. All the warrior, be on the jacket and the floor, baby. Fist up, reunion, the Lord made. Get your kids and ribs up, throw your fist up. Tell them what's your name. What's your name? What's your name? And they can't do shit at all. It's a high holy day, no holiday. Taking out idolatry. Watch how we fall away. It's a high holy day. Hands over like trumpets is blowing. Can you feel me and told, man? It's a high holy day. The dedications for real sisters glad to have you. We feast in tabernacle. It's a high holy day. First fruits to spread unleavened bread and say to rest our head. It's a high holy day.
You see these high holy days, black man, Latino, and indigenous. These are the Lord's high holy days. These are your high holy days that you should be celebrating. Not Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, Mama's days, whatever white man days that he said you should celebrate. That has nothing to do with us. But these high holy days that are in the scriptures, those are the days that you should celebrate. Black man, Latino, and indigenous, you are God's chosen people. You keep these high holy days.
Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't coming goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room and pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tenant truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LA. Rubbers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't tripping on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with them? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get them. I see niggas and they feelings all feel them. Kick the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with it. But at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snake like fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse the imposter. She get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. See that hate making to the featherweights. Niggas say they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Wait, hold on. Think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a step and a ruler. Hold on. And a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on. And a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gunshot. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Nigga swear he the go, bring him to the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Yeah, the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? From World West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one with these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never ski mask transform the war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus B for a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? From World West, go to war with everybody.
Hear the hunger in my voice. They used to tell me to speak up. The problem wasn't what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just won't change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. Self-survive, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This dialogue, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion. It's tradition. It ain't faction. It's no action. They make threats and it's still passion. I think massive. No response. That's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots. I'm cinematic. I ain't average. I'm an overdose fanatic. I go, you lose and win like asthmatics. I got first. That's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons. In the hood like the engine. You a bull for that chicken. I don't fake split the scissors cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up. Now when I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent $5 for every dollar you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, spots in the go. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on the dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I'm trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the living. Y'all out here looking like fools. Home the truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Out here looking like fools. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Out here looking like fools. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the standing tail. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that look? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a bruh. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pot. His daddy killed him, put him his wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the Isupk, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. A man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember John tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was stuck in with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endure to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. She don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I need to tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
I got big rank, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, unique ass, lil' fame, I'm on war.
Kim, you ready to get it on? Headquarters, my sound is low. Yeah, how about you? Be outside. Clap it up. My sound. Can you hear me?
You hear me?
I hear you. You're a little low.
Con, you're a little low. Let me see what I can do.
Let me see. Let me also check it out.
Can you hear me, General?
I hear you, but I would like you louder if I could get you louder. 1 second. I'm trying to deal with it now. I'm all the way up to the. No, you're taking me lower the other way. No, you got me. Yeah, there you go. How about now, Akim?
Yes, sir. Much better. Can you hear me now, sir?
I hear you better. Well, I hear you better as well, Asher. The water warriors. Clap it up, Akim, once again. Let's get it on, Akim. Who do we have in the class tonight?
We got Trinidad with us.
Give Trinidad a hand.
Give the brother a Bible. We got Florida with us.
Florida, I see you, Florida. Give him a hand. Gator bait down there in Florida. Come on, Canada. Give Canada a hand. Where it's cold, ice cold Canada. Give him a hand. We got Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. Isupk Mexico. Give him a hand. Yahweh en el nombre de Yahweh Shai te bendiga.
Yahweh, el nombre de Yahweh Shai lo bendiga, mi general.
Good to see you. Good. ¿Cómo está, amigo? ¿Cómo está, carnal? ¿Cómo
Muy bien,
está? Good
carnal.
to see you, man. Good to see you. This is nosotros. Let me say it one more time. That's nosotros. Nosotros, carnal de la Reynosa, Tamaulipas. That's our carnal out of Reynosa, Tamaulipas. Give him a hand. Give Reynosa, Tamaulipas a hand. Good to see you, Rocky. Who else do we have?
We got Jersey in here with us.
Give Jersey a hand.
Give
the bricks a hand. The bricks in here tonight. Good to see you, Jersey. Well done, Akim. Who else do we have? Is that it?
Here coming out of headquarters.
Give headquarters Jerusalem. Harlem a hand, man. Give him a hand, Akim. Well done, Akim. Un momento. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York, desde 1969, debajo del mando. General Yahana. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres hispanos, negros o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. Órale. All right, Akim, bienvenido. Mi nombre es General Mahayaman, servicio a placer de la General Yahana. Haz tus preguntas.
Sir, we have a question from Offside Baja. Would like a breakdown of Acts 15 and 7 through 11.
Absolutely, Akim. We have a lot to go through today. Let me give you a preview of what you're going to hear about tonight. You're going to hear, of course, about our brothers, man, the so-called Latinos, and what they're suffering under our oppressor, our communal oppressor. Tenemos un enemigo común, under our common enemy. We're going to hear about what he's suffering, and we'll make sure that everyone is aware of how important it is that the doctrine of the Israelite School of UPK has always been the brotherhood of Blacks and Latinos. It is our bedrock belief in this school. It's bedrock to us. And we didn't just start thinking this when this controversy came up in the street. You have people in the streets right now protesting the heinous treatment that our Latino brothers and sisters are suffering. And I completely understand, because Commanding General Yahana has been doing it since he was 18. And the Israelite School of UPK has been doing it since 1969. We are the #1 advocates of Black and brown unity on the planet Earth. And we don't believe it because it's the topic of today. We believe it as a bedrock faith in our belief system, that Blacks and Hispanics are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, that we are brothers, that we are blood brothers. And what happens to one of us happens to all of us. We're going to go into that tonight. Also, we'll go into the Cerdos Morados, the purple pigs of the IUIC. Asher, you know what I forgot about till just now?
What, sir?
Asher, give me that video of those church women whooping the ass of the IUIC. Do you remember that, Asher?
Sir. We was actually Captain Tazariak and Captain Akad and I. We were talking about in the car ride back to Manhattan. How I was saying how we had one of them whipping IUIC with a shoe.
With a shoe.
Someone else pulled out the pistol.
Hey, Yashikar, what's the Mexican slang word for a shoe? Ching something for hitting somebody with a slipper.
It's a chancla, mi general.
Chancla. They took the chancla to them pendejos out there, man. This old woman took the chancla out and started beating the IUIC because they went to this church to try to intimidate people who were walking into the church, which is directly against the Bible. And that is not what Jesus Christ told us to do. Well, this week they went to some other gay church called 2818. Is that the name of it, Ephraim?
concert 2819.
2819. Some LGBT church in Atlanta. They went out to the church to intimidate those people as they were walking into the church, because that is what they do. That's how they believe that they should get more members. And they do this all the time. They did it in the past, and these old black women whooped their ass with the chancla. Everyone understands. We're going to go into that as well. What else are we going into, Ephraim?
Juneteenth, sir.
How did I forget? We're going to go into Juneteenth today. Juneteenth. I couldn't even get into Harlem, and I was desperate to get into Harlem today because I miss my brothers in Harlem, in Jerusalem. I couldn't even make it into Harlem, man, because of the Juneteenth traffic and nonsense going on in New York City. We're going to go into Juneteenth, and this is the point that you're going to understand tonight if you're not stupid. You should never appreciate Juneteenth or anything that white people give you.
Right.
Never appreciate it. The problem is we always appreciate what has been given to us by our oppressor, and that's why we continue to have an oppressor. All right, we'll go into that. Was there one more thing, Ephraim?
Yes, sir. The couple in Atlanta that were unalived after their live stream.
Yeah, that's all over my phone. This couple, this married couple, speaking of the IUIC, they were married, New Jersey. This couple was married. They went down to the justice of the peace. They had the rings. The woman wore the wedding gown. Give me their wedding picture when you get a chance. This couple, they went and had a wedding ceremony. The woman changed her name. They exchanged rings in the church of God. And then they committed to whore. She committed to whore on him. And he committed to have sex with God knows what he was having sex with, until eventually he unalived her and then unalived himself. And that's the successful marriage with these wedding rings that the world tells us should be our goal. I'll go into that story as well tonight. And of course, I will answer all of your questions to the best of my ability. All right. Any of the Akim in the class, please feel free to bring out anything. Let me, if you could, let me start with Yashikar, if I could, for 1 second. Could I, Ephraim?
Come on, sir. Absolutely.
Yashikar, gracias. I just wanted to talk to you for 1 second, Akim. I wanted to see if you wanted to go into any personal accounts of what our brothers, the tribe of Yashikar, is going through down there. And you're in Texas. You go back and forth to Mexico and in Texas, correct?
Sí, mi general.
And if you wanted to give any stories, anything that's happening to let the brothers from all the other tribes understand what's happening to you right now, I would greatly appreciate it. My heart breaks for my brothers, the tribe of Yashikar. And if you could just explain some experience to us, I'd appreciate it.
Canal sir. So where I live at, sir, is maybe 96% Hispanics, mostly Mexicans, mostly Isukarites. We got half of that percentage against ICE, and we got the other half for ICE. So just like every other tribe, I don't want
like every other tribe. That's right.
There's a lot of coons out there. I don't want.
That's right. Orale. That's right.
And what really gets me, I don't want. It's when these vatos over here saying why they gotta wave a certain flag, why they gotta do this, but they don't understand this is not about flags or countries. This is about us. How these people hate us, who we are, right. Because only Israelites are hated amongst the earth. Like it's only us Israelites that are detested. They have a perpetual hatred towards us, and us doing that, I guess it's a little bit of pride about saying we ain't going nowhere. Like, all them nations been trying to kill us all one, and we ain't going nowhere. There's something that happened when I was in Syracuse, New York, with the brothers out there. There was another brother that came out talking about he was down with the UPK, but he didn't like the 12 tribe chart. And he was a Judite brother, so I let the Judite brothers talk to him, but this brother, he didn't want to hear anything, so I had to give him a little bit of a lesson in history. I told him, hey, look, man, we've been slaves for over 600 years. Y'all got like maybe 400 or so. Like, we were the original slaves. We were the first ones to go to the transatlantic slave trade. We were the first ones to work them cotton fields, and we're still one of the last tribes working out there in the cotton fields right now. I don't want. So I told this brother all this. It's the same people. Spaniards. They're from England. They're. I mean, in the England, the Caucasian people. They're Edomites. I told him all that, and the brother had nothing to say other. He just booked it out of one. He took off. That's when I told him, hey, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, homeboy. But it is what it is. Like that's how we know that we're the same people because we've been through the same curses. I just wanted to bring that out. Other one.
All right, lady, give him a hand, man. La neta, la verdad. What Yashikar just said is the truth, brother. And once again, and no one knows what the history he just gave you about Yashikar is factual. They served out slavery longer than the tribe of Judah, and they're still in slavery today in the country that's the richest country on earth. They're still in the fields right now today. And let me tell you something else, Yashikar, and I've had to tell many Latinos this over the years, right? Don't ever feel like you can't put a black man in his place because you're not a so-called black man. You are his brother. Treat him just like you're the same. Just like you're the same. I always tell Latinos, always say the word nigger if you're a Latino. Say it. When you're talking to a brother, say nigger just like you say nigger in the barrios when you're among your other Yashikarites. You say the word nigger. You always use the word nigger. But sometimes around a so-called black man, a Latino will feel uncomfortable with saying nigger or with checking a black man. Never do that because brothers check each other. That's what brothers do. And so it doesn't matter what tribe you're from. Who in the hell cares? Who cares what tribe you're from? You are from las 12 tribus de la Israel de las 12 tribus de Israel de nación de la Israel. Correct? Yashikar?
Like sir, somos las 12 tribus de la nación de Israel.
Somos las 12 tribus de la nación de Israel. Correct? Gracias. You put him in his place, Isupk. Put him in his place like his brother would. And then as you're doing it, he's going to realize, wait a minute, me and this cat are the same, man. He's checking me the way a brother would check me. He isn't nervous. He doesn't feel, don't act like you're a visitor around here. You understand? Don't act like you're a visitor. Act like you live here, which is exactly why the so-called white man, our oppressor, hates to see those Mexican Americans waving those Mexican flags. I know it well. You know what our oppressor hates? Our oppressor hates self-respect. They cannot stand it. And those are Mexican Americans who are waving that flag. White people that see it, they can feel your self-respect. And they can't stand it. It threatens them. It scares them. It makes them nervous. It makes them feel like they're losing their grip on the planet Earth. To have one Mexican American waving a flag, they're threatened by it. Self-esteem is what God gave us. We don't need to ask white people for permission to have self-respect. You do what you feel like doing. You wave what flag you feel like waving. Right. Self-respect comes from God. From God. Isn't that what's in that piece of paper, the Constitution? We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And these rights have been given by God. That's in the Constitution. God gave us the right to have self-respect. God gave us the right to feel like we are free men. It's written in the Constitution for white people, no problem. It's written in the Bible for blacks and Latinos. You understand, Yashikar?
Sí, mi general.
Let me practice one more time. Somos las 12 tribus de la nación de Israel. Correcto? Correcto? Gracias. All right, let's get it on. Throw out of Yashikar. If you want to say anything else, Yashikar, please say it.
General.
And I was also happy to hear that you realize that every tribe has coons. We're going to go into coons tonight as well. White oppression brings out coons up. Whenever our oppressor does something that's abusive, you're going to see how many of our people will love him more because they don't want to be abused. They're afraid of him. And the more he starts to beat the Latinos, beat the so-called black people, you're going to see so many of us step up to cower to him, believing that that will save their lives. You understand, Yashikar?
See, man, if I could, sir.
Please.
There's one thing I wanted to bring up, two out of one. Me and my camp leader, Officer Kanak, we both live in the Rio Grande Valley.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those, the Underground Railroad, where brothers would escape from America to go hide in Mexico to get their freedom. There's a lot of brothers that say that we're not the same people and that Mexicans ain't never done nothing for Judah, for Negroes, etc. That, you know, like, we opened our borders for them to go over there. And not just that, we went to war with America for our brothers.
That is right. Give him a hand.
We died for them.
Give him a hand. That is correct. They went to war.
And because of that war, mi general, we lost from Texas to California. Like, we lost all of that, but we went to war for Judah because we know spiritually, we know that we're brothers. We're the same. There's nothing different about us. I'm just a light-skinned nigga, sir, just like they said.
Orale. That's right.
And we have done, you know, for the brothers that are not in the truth, that are not in the school, because I know every brother in the truth, they know that we are brothers and we die for one another. But for them that are out there, they have to know that we have done our part for Judah, and we always have, and till our death comes, we always will, because spiritually, we know we're the same. And that was it, Akim. Gracias.
Well said, Akim. Well said, well said, brother. Listen, let's go into it. Anything else you want to say, Yashikar? If there's anyone else that wants to speak, please just let the brothers know, okay?
Concert.
Orale. The war he's speaking about is the war concerning the Alamo and how the Mexican brothers and sisters died because they would not allow slavery to come into Texas. And they lost their lives fighting slavery. Fighting slavery, brother. You owe them your allegiance. You owe the Latinos your allegiance. They don't have to beg you for it. You owe them your allegiance. Well said, Akim. Well said, brother. Come on, E. From where are we at now? Let's get a question in.
Yes, sir. Officer Abaji had a question on Acts. Acts 15 and verse 7 through 11. Acts chapter 15 and verse 7. And when there had been much disputing, Peter rose up and said unto them, Men and brethren, ye know that how a good while ago God made choice among us, that the Gentiles by my mouth should hear the word of the gospel and believe. And God, which knoweth the hearts, bear them witness, giving them the Holy Spirit.
This in Galatians, the 6th chapter?
This is Acts, the 15th chapter, sir.
Acts 15. Give me the point so I can go there to him with him. All right. What's the point?
He wants to know what the yoke and the basic breakdown of what Peter is saying about circumcision.
Okay, let me give you the whole point. Another precept for this would be when Paul said, I resisted Peter to his face, because there was a time when, just like what Yashikar was saying, when brothers who were from the tribe of Judah in Jerusalem did not want to accept brothers who were from other countries, from Greece and from Rome, because they didn't consider them brothers, because they weren't raised in the same place. Because they were raised outside of Jerusalem, they considered them Gentiles. When Paul knew that his job was to reveal the gospel to this earth. What's the gospel? This is the gospel, that blacks and Latinos are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. They are brothers. They were all cast off and thrown away for their sin. Jesus Christ gave his life to bring them back. That's the gospel. That's the gospel. And Paul was sent to spread the gospel. But what happened? The niggers in Jerusalem hated the niggers outside of Jerusalem. The dark-skinned niggers hated the light-skinned niggers. The light-skinned niggers hated the dark-skinned niggers, just like today. It was the same thing. And so Paul had to come against this. And that's the context of what you're reading right now. All right, continue.
Khan. Verse 9. And put no difference between us and them.
Do they say it again?
And put no difference between us and them.
You see, Officer Ibaja is well-read and a well-studied man, a learned man. And this is a perfect precept for what's happening right now, for the myth, the lie that blacks and Hispanics are not together. The Bible puts us together. God put us together. What if you took every scripture that you've been using your entire life to force black people to love white people instead of wanting revenge from God? What if you used that to make sure that blacks and Latinos loved each other? What if you did that? Because surely Latinos know how to use the Bible to say we have to love white people. We have to love them. And black people know how to use the Bible to say we must forgive slavery. We must forget about slavery. What if instead we use those scriptures for their original purpose, which is to bind together the lost sheep of the house of Israel, to bind together the two halves of the olive tree, to bind together that which was broken, which is las doce tribus de nación de la Israel, which is to bind it together. That's the point. Read that part again.
Verse 9, and put no difference between us and them.
Put no difference between blacks and Latinos. None. None. A Latino brother can say nigger, he can do what the fuck he feels like doing. He is not a guest in this house. He lives in this house. He lives here. He's not a guest. That's what white people try to do to Latinos. That's why they get so angry that that brother waves at a Mexican flag. I thought I was an American. I thought I had freedom of speech. I thought you fought world wars to make sure that I had the right to express myself. That's not violent to wave a Mexican flag. So why is it wrong? I thought we had the right to express ourselves peacefully. I thought we could wave any flag we felt like waving. Surely white people wave a Confederate flag. No one cares. No one thinks it's un-American, even though the Confederacy killed Americans. Why doesn't a Mexican have the same rights as a white man to express himself? Why can't he have the freedom of speech? You know, I see something about you white people out there. Any white people out there in the chat room who have fought in the white man's military? I know it's some of you Joe Rogan Navy SEALs out there. I know you got to be watching and listening. You know what I always wonder? I always have to hear about how you fought for our rights. You went over to Afghanistan and you went to Iraq to fight for our freedoms. I hear you and thank you for your service. There's only one problem. Why can't I ever use some of these freedoms that you fought for? Why can't I use some? You fought for them, right? You died for them, fine. So I want to say the white man is the devil. I want to wave a Mexican flag. I want to go out and speak against Christianity. I want to speak against Amalek. I want to speak against the nations that are the enemies to God. You fought for my right to do it, didn't you? So why are you so angry when I exercise these rights that you fought so hard for? That brother can't wave a Mexican flag in America where someone died for his right to express himself. I think I'm going to use some of these freedoms. I'm going to use them. Mexican brothers, you use some of these freedoms. You use them. Chicanos, you use some of those freedoms. White men died for it. Well, don't let them die in vain. Wave a Mexican flag. Do what you want to do. Talk about slavery. Talk about the true story of the Alamo. Talk about it. Tell everyone about it. Since they died for it, I guess I should start using some of these freedoms. You understand, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ephraim. What else do you have? I'm Slaki, 1 second. Slaki. Kind of one. I'm in the class, but I no sweat. Kind of one. You sure? Okay, kind of one. Salaki, Ephraim, you got it.
Yes, sir. Verse 10. Now, therefore, why tempt ye God to put a yoke upon the neck of the disciples, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear?
Why? So why do you tempt God? Tempting God means making God angry. To put a yoke among the disciples that neither us nor our fathers were able to bear. You know what a yoke is, right? It's a burden. It's a burden on their back. And here's the burden. The burden that they were putting on his back was treating them like they were garbage because they broke the law when they were in the world. All of our forefathers broke the law. So now, because this man was a Catholic, This man didn't celebrate the Passover. This man did not get circumcised. Now he's garbage. When our forefathers in Jerusalem didn't get circumcised, our forefathers in Jerusalem broke the law. But we're gonna hate these brothers simply because they're not from Jerusalem. So if you're from Jerusalem and you break the law, you give them a pass. But if you're not from Jerusalem and you've broken the law, you can never be accepted back. You can never be forgiven. That's why Jesus Christ kicked their ass out the temple, because they had become a house of thieves. They were stealing in Jerusalem, stealing money from people. But then if someone from Galatia or Rome wanted to repent and come back to his true nation, they said, nah, you used to be a thief. You're a thief. Nah, you're a thief. You come from Galatia. Galatia is full of people who worship other gods. Paul said, our forefathers didn't keep the law. You forgave them. Why can't you forgive these brothers for not being circumcised? That's the point. Don't let any of that garbage separate you. The Latinos, the Hispanics deserve your allegiance, and you are not better than them. Niggas think they're better than a Latino. You out of your effing mind? Look at what you've done in America. You've been in America your entire life, and look at what you've done. What are you, some shining example? Huh? What in the hell have you done for Latinos? What in the hell have you done for them that you're such an example? You spend all of your time serving Africans, getting Africans freedom that they never give to you. You spend all your time making America free. And now you're looking down on someone who's from Mexico, Guatemala, Haiti. Come on, man. Come on, man. No, you are not going to treat them worse than you treated yourself. You forgave yourself for your past crimes. You're going to forgive them too. Right. You owe them that. Right. You understand, Ephraim? That's the point.
Yes, sir.
I believe I broke the whole thing down about the circumcision. I believe that's that.
Con.
Good to go. Anything else?
Here's the image that you. So hot, dude. I'm trying to pull up his the happy couple.
Is this them? I can't really see it. It's probably me. What the hell is that?
That's the
That's them?
That's them.
Good Lord. This is not the marriage picture. I saw the marriage picture earlier.
Oh, this is the one I saw going around.
Okay, there's the one where they're getting married and she got the dress on and the whole mess. That's disgusting. That is just disgusting. Not quite as disgusting as Tyler Perry. I forgot about that. We're going into Tyler Perry as well tonight. Ephraim, just keep me on schedule so I can do all of them, all right? We're going to go into Tyler Perry. And now I want to say something to the gay people out there listening. I know it's some LGBT people out there listening. I want to ask you a question about Tyler Perry. All right. And so get ready, because I'll talk to the gay people out there listening in a second. All right. Okay, where are we at now?
We have a couple of questions in the chat.
Go ahead.
And a quick shout out to a few more zones joining us. We got
who is this? Give Milwaukee a hand, huh? I see you, Milwaukee. Good to see you, huh? The water.
No?
Oh, Chi-Town. Give Chi-Town a hand, man. Good to see you, huh?
And
in Christ.
Fayetteville, who has a cookout coming up soon.
Oh, Fayetteville, North Carolina. This is where Commanding General Yohana's cookout will be. I think it's in 2 weeks, Fayetteville. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Colonel McCunn, sir.
You want to say something about it?
The water for the opportunity. We're going to put in that work to make sure that the nation, Lord willing, is taken care of. Come bring your good times with you. We're going to have Lord willing, a phenomenal time. July the 6th, Seabill Park is going down. Just get ready for it. The water, General.
Right, okay. Give Fayetteville a hand. Well said, Fayetteville. And there's a lot of activities, right? The cookout is on July 6th, you said?
Yes, sir. Colonel McCunn.
I'm sure you have other activities down there. What else are we doing down there?
We doing it real big. We have a kickball game.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have a joyous occasion with watermelon and chicken with the
Oh
kickball
my
game.
goodness! Now you talking. Go ahead.
We also have we're gonna do a 3-on-3 basketball tournament.
Oh, 3-on-3. I've been waiting to challenge these purple pigs to a basketball game. I've been waiting. Good job. Anything else? Is that it?
Yes, sir. So we also gonna do the line dance challenge as well. You know, coming down south with everybody expecting the boots on ground. So we gonna do it the UPK way.
Get it on. Get it on, knocking. Well, I can't wait to come down there. I'm not sure if am I teaching a class down there or am I not?
You, Lord willing, sir. You know, if in the spirit of ISUPK, Commander General General Muhammad will be solving all your problems and answering all your questions.
Somebody better remind me, or else I will forget. I'll come down there. I'll come down there, eat that watermelon and chicken, and go home. You know, that's what I'll do. I don't have any problem with doing that. I'll come down and eat that watermelon and fried chicken and get back on the plane. But if I need to teach a class with Commander General Yohana's permission, just tell me about it, all right? And tell me where, and just tell me when and where to show up, because I don't know. I don't know when I'm doing it. Am I doing it? What day of the week am I doing?
We Lord willing, we're gonna do it Thursday. We're doing it Thursday at 7.
So Thursday at 7, and someone will tell me where to show up to.
Come.
All right, that's all I need. Give him a hand. Well done.
Right. Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Asher.
You almost had a day off.
Hey, who you telling? Almost. I'll take it. Well said, Asher. All right, Ephraim, go ahead.
Yes, sir. We had a question in the comments. A brother asked, Trooper Quatabia Olive from Atlanta asked, Salakia, sir, if I may, out of one, can I get a breakdown on Ezekiel 20 and 36 through 37 on why fake Israelites think we're still in the old covenant based on this scripture?
Clad OKC. Just let me know whenever you let's get into it. That means of course, I believe. All right. Of course. Let's get into it. He said he wants to know, why do fake Israelites believe we're in the Old Testament?
Sir, I guess they use this scripture.
Well, here's the biggest thing you need to understand. Fake Israelites do not believe we're in the Old Testament. They don't believe that. Like, they're telling you that, but they do not believe we're in the Old Testament, because if we were in the Old Testament, they would have to be unalived. But they're not unaliving themselves. They're not unaliving each other, because they don't really believe we're in the Old Testament. It's something that they say, that they talk about, but they are insincere about it. They don't really believe it. But I'll break this precept down for you.
Yes, sir. Ezekiel 20 and verse 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, saith the Lord God. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant.
You want that part?
Yes, sir.
Pass under the rod is meaning they're going to get corrected. They're going to get corrected. They're going to pass under that rod. It's like spare the rod, spoil the child. Now, this precept, this isn't around the one when they went under the staff, right, with the snake on it. This is not that, right?
Sir.
Yeah, then pass under the rod is like being corrected. Passing under the rod is a poetic way to say the Most High is going to beat you. You're going to be beaten, just like spare the rod, spoil the child, right? Just like that term that people use. It means you're going to be beaten by God. That's what happens. And that's what is happening to us. It's what's happening to the Latinos right now. The Latinos are being beaten by the God of Israel for their sins and their crimes. The tribe of Judah, so-called black people, are being beaten by the God of Israel for our crimes. The Haitians are being beaten by the God of Israel for our crimes. He's going to make us to pass under the rod, brother. You understand me? We're going to have to get punished for what we've done. But through that punishment, we will repent. We'll change when we get a second chance. You see, there is no second chance without the New Testament. There is none. There is no where you can repent and be forgiven for past crimes in the Old Testament. That does not exist. In the Old Testament, you committed a crime, you had to die for it. There was no path to being forgiven for it at all. There are crimes that you could give a turtle dove to, a lamb to. Do these fake Israelite groups kill lambs? Are they out there giving lambs to some old high priest Sakari? Did you give Sakari your lambs? I don't think he killed it. Don't ask me what happened to that lamb. You don't want to hear it. You do not want to hear what happened to that lamb that you gave to high priest Sakari. That was his name, Ephraim. High priest, which means he's the one that you have to give your lambs to, your turtle doves to,
You
your
don't want
goats to. Say again, say again.
You don't want that lamb.
No, once you give a Sakari a lamb, just let him have it up. No, thank you, Sakari. You can keep that lamb. All right, they don't believe this garbage. They're talking to y'all on the internet about they believe in there in the Old Testament. Well, then when have you killed someone? You don't kill homosexuals? You don't do that? You don't kill people for celebrating Christmas? Because the Old Testament says you have to do that. So they don't do it because they don't believe in it. They're talking. They're talking. And I'm glad that they're just talking because they should not be killing anyone. What did Jesus Christ say when the Sadducee and Pharisee had stones in their hands? And they told Jesus Christ, behold, we have found this woman in the act of adultery. What should we do? Jesus Christ did not say, forgive her. Jesus Christ did not say, don't kill her. He did not say that because it was before his time when he gave his life for women like her. What did he say and said? He said, he that is without sin cast the first stone, which means he's telling them to kill her. He's saying it. Let he that is without sin hold his stone. Let he that is without sin don't throw his stone. That's not what he said in the old. That's not what he said. He said, he that is without sin, throw the first stone. Throw it. None of them could because they were sinners just like that whore. They were just like her. You see, you don't get that without the New Testament. Everybody understands. I got to move the hell on.
Come on.
Anything else?
A quick one. A brother asked, Shalom in Christ, General, do you know anything about a people called the Lamanites?
I mean, I might have forgot about him, Mark. I don't remember things.
I believe that's the Mormon, the group that the Book of Mormon made up.
I don't recall the Lamanites. Maybe I heard about them and forgot them. If it's from the Book of Mormon, that's toilet paper, firewood. Just like Joseph Smith, L.S. Lena. He's firewood. He's fuel for the fire, and that's that. All right. I don't know. I don't recall that up. You can go Google it now, though.
Come.
All right. Anything else?
We have a question in the room. Mm-hmm. No, Salaki, sir, we no longer have a question in the room.
All right. Good to go. Anything else?
Last, so we can get into some.
Let's do it then. Let's get it on, Ephraim.
Let's see what we got.
I'm not missing questions from the other brothers, am
I? They have not indicated that they have any questions, sir.
Okay, no sweat. All right, let me know if we got time for the sister too. I wanted to bring in Sister Nadia tonight. This is a sister, man, fighting cancer in the name of Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? And I wanted to bring her in for the topic of your personal Tuskegee experiment. Hopefully, I have time. Ephraim will let me know if we have time. She's standing by, Ephraim. All right.
Yes, sir.
So just let me know if we have time. We'll get her in. If not, we'll push her to next week because that topic is a topic that we could do every day. I had to encounter someone last night doing their own personal Tuskegee experiment. So if not tonight, we'll get it done. The sister is standing by. All right. Go ahead. Where are we at now?
So we have the Senate hearing where Pete Hegseth answered for the re-change of the names of Army bases across the country, mostly in Virginia.
So let me see if we could. Let's save that for a taste. Let me ponder on it. Let me look at my stock. Let me look at my pocket watch too to dignify myself, so I can think about what I should do. What I will do is let's go into that. I think you're right. Who are you? You got it.
In Christ.
What the motivation is to rename bases for people who took up arms against their country on behalf of slavery.
In context. This happened this week while you're celebrating. Happy Juneteenth, by the way. Let me tell you what happened this week. Bring me up full screen. This is what happened this week, if I could, Ephraim. This week, the United States military, they went back and during the time of Joe Biden's presidency, they changed the names of army bases like Fort Bragg, Fort Bennett. There are some famous army bases that have had the names of Confederate soldiers and Confederate generals who were enemies of America. And in 1918, these army bases were given the names of enemies of America, people who fought against America. And in 1918, these army bases were named after Confederate soldiers. And if you don't know what the Confederacy is, the Confederate Army are the people that fought the United States Army in the Civil War. Enemies, traitors, who betrayed their country and built another country in the southern states and then shot and killed American soldiers. Killed them, all so that they could continue to have slaves. They also killed the Mexicans at the Alamo and slaughtered the Mexicans because the Mexicans were fighting to stop slavery from coming into Texas. Fighting to stop slavery from coming into California. Fighting. And they killed them, slaughtered them. Well, the United States Army named army bases after these men. And during the time of Joe Biden's presidency, they changed the names. This was a token to give to Black people, as a way to say, listen, I know you've suffered for 400 years, but take this gift. We're not going to call it Fort Bragg anymore. We'll rename it Fort Freedom. That's not much. It's not what white people got. White people got money, jobs. White people got the New Deal. White people got the GI Bill. White people got the land rush in Oklahoma, the land rush in Texas. What did they give us? A token by changing the name of an army base. Instead of giving it the name of a Confederate general, they named it Fort Freedom. Guess what? Kamala Harris lost the election, and they changed all the army bases right back to the names of Confederate generals. That's what happened. So this week, the Senate asked Pete Hegseth, who is the Secretary of Defense, why in the hell would you do something like this? And you're going to listen to the question and listen to his answer. Go ahead.
And sir, if I could,
please.
Most of them they renamed after Black and Hispanic service members of the military.
Yeah. They named them to heroes who were Black and Latino. That was the rename. Once again, it's a token. It's a gesture of kindness. Those type of gestures you can't have in America. You can't have that. Go ahead and play it.
What possible motivation can there be for this? Who is telling you to do this? Who is urging you to do this?
Senator, the veterans and service members across the country
rewind it out. We missed some
who have deployed.
Don't understand what the motivation is to rename bases for people who took up arms against their country on behalf of slavery. What possible motivation can there be for this? Who is telling you to do this? Who is urging you to do this?
Senator, the veterans and service members across the country who have deployed from Fort Bragg or Fort Benning or Fort Hood or Fort Pickett, there's a legacy, there's a connection to those bases and to those places, to what they trained for there, what they did for, and what they came home back to. That matters to them. Ask enough of them, as I do all the time, before and later.
Do you understand what that means? The senator is trying to understand, why in the hell would you name an army base after a traitor, after someone who killed General Pickett killed hundreds of Americans. Hundreds of Americans. You have schools that named after Robert E. Lee, who killed hundreds of Americans. Why would you name an army base after a traitor to the military? Why would you do something like that? On the surface, it doesn't make any sense. There are no army bases named after Osama bin Laden. There is no Fort Osama. There is no Fort Hitler. Listen, do you know in America, there was a law passed that you could not make any monument to Benedict Arnold. You could, that's a law. There was no place in America, and I believe it might still be a law. Look this up, Ephraim, and then give me the other videos about the high schools. I believe it might still be a law where they were not allowed to ever put anything with his name on it in America. Meaning when he died, they could not give him a headstone because it was literally illegal to put Benjamin, what's his name again? Benedict Arnold, to put the name of Benedict Arnold on any stone object at all. He is not allowed to have any monuments. Why? Because Benedict Arnold was a traitor to America. Do you have the law yet? Someone can just Google it and read it.
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, if you say Benedict Arnold in America, that's a curse. That's a slur.
It's a slur.
Try to be a Benedict Arnold. It's a slur.
If you call someone Benedict Arnold, they're offended. But if you could give me the law that says you could not put his name on any statue, on any stone object ever. It was a law. And because of it, you have to go over to England to see any statue commemorating Benedict Arnold, because Benedict Arnold was a traitor to his country in the Revolutionary War. Does anyone have it?
I haven't found it yet, sir.
Oh, it's there. It was a law that they passed. Now here they go, and they are making army bases, naming them after traitors who killed hundreds of Americans. And not just that. Go ahead and read. I'll find it for you.
Con, so this is the video on the high schools.
Go ahead.
Towns across America decided to take down Confederate statues and monuments because it was time to move on. Well, now they've decided it's time to go back.
2 schools in Virginia are getting new names. Actually, they're old names, the names of Confederate officers. The Shenandoah County School Board is the first in the nation to revert to names from before the racial reckoning of 2020.
Mountain View High School will be renamed for Confederate General Stonewall Jackson, while Honey Run Elementary School will bear the names of 2 Confederate generals, Robert E. Lee and Turner Ashby.
Guys, come on. After all that.
That's it. I found it with the Benedict Arnold one. Just look up. It'll tell you about why he doesn't have a gravestone. Right here. If you can just look it up, it'll tell you why. He was such a traitor, they wouldn't give him a gravestone. They wouldn't give him a gravestone. But they'll name a military base after Pickett and after Bragg, General Bragg, and after Robert E. Lee. Well, what does that show you? And I don't know if you're able to face this, oppressors out there watching, or coons out there watching, like the people that go to 2818 church or the IUIC. I'm going to help you to face something that's hard to face. White people hate blacks and Latinos more than they love America. They hate blacks and Latinos more than they love America. If they truly loved America, they would treat the Confederate traitors the way they treat Benedict Arnold. They would treat them the same way. But their hatred for blacks and Latinos supersedes even their love for this country. No one that's a true patriot of America would ever want an army base to be named after a traitor who betrayed his country, betrayed his oath, betrayed his military so he could have slaves. No one would do that if you loved America. You see, you don't love America. You just hate black people. You don't love America. You just hate Latinos. That's why you're so angry that a Latino waved a Mexican flag. It's not because you love America. You just hate the freedom of speech. You hate that. You can't stand it. You hate Mexicans more than you love the freedom of speech. You hate Latinos more than you love the right to assemble. You hate Mexicans above every virtue that you propagate to be up to love and to behold, above every quality in your life. Your hatred for blacks and Latinos supersedes it. You hate blacks and Latinos more than you love America. That's why you would name a school after Robert E. Lee in 2025 and name a military base Fort Bragg and Fort Pickett, because your hatred for us supersedes everything else in your life. Otherwise, explain it to me, because even the senator could not understand it. Play the senator again. I'm answering the question for the senator because the senator cannot understand why he would do this. He doesn't understand it. And Pete Hegseth is telling him, when I talk to men in the military, they want this. They don't want to be at Fort Freedom. They want to be at a military base named after a traitor. It's important to them because they hate blacks and Latinos more than they love America. Play the video.
Later. And we recognize the service of those who were put into the replacement brag or Fort Benning. Senator, the veterans and service members
don't understand what the motivation is to rename bases for people who took up arms against their country on behalf of slavery. What possible motivation can there be for this? Who is telling you to do this? Who is urging you to do this?
Stop. Old white senator, I'm trying to help you. Pete Hegseth is not going to tell you the real reason. I know you don't understand. I'm helping you understand. Pete Hegseth and the white soldiers he talks to hate blacks and Latinos more than they love America. Now you know. I know it confused him. Did you hear him, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
He couldn't understand why you would do something like this. I can. I understand. I understand. Entendiendo. I understand. All right, where are we at? Anything else, Ephraim?
So, brother in the comments said Stone Mountain in Georgia, they have a laser show tribute to the Confederacy every summer.
Yeah, why would they be doing that in Stone Mountain, Georgia, with all of the people that died in Stone Mountain, Georgia, because of the Confederates? I know why. Because they hate black people and Latinos more than they love America. It's their primary urge. You know how a shark doesn't sleep because a shark constantly is hunting and trying to eat? White people, their hatred for us is their primary urge. It's primary. Like a horse will always run. A horse will starve and go die of thirst before it stops running. A horse is built to run. White people are built to hate black people and Latinos. That's their primary natural urge. It supersedes everything else. Give me how Benedict Arnold doesn't have a headstone. Give me that.
What General Q put in the chat that there's a monument for the Battle of Saratoga, but he's not named on the monument.
Yeah, there's a monument for the Battle of Saratoga. And they didn't put he was a hero of the Battle of Saratoga. This is before he betrayed America. So they made a monument to the Battle of Saratoga, but they did not put his name on the monument. How tall is the monument? Someone look that up. How tall is the monument that excludes the name of Benedict Arnold, General Q? How big is it?
Here's an image of it, sir.
How tall do you think that thing is, Ephraim?
Probably about 4 feet or so.
Ephraim, bring me back to share the screen with this thing. This is a 4-foot monument. Nothing. they're still not going to put Benedict Arnold's name on that thing. No, never. Why? He was a traitor to his country. He was a traitor. You couldn't put Benedict Arnold's name on a 4-foot statue commemorating the Battle of Saratoga, in which he was a hero, an American hero at that time of that battle. Not after he betrayed his country. No.
If I could, sir.
Ephraim.
Everything that you've been saying lately about the Confederacy and the way it's celebrated is so heavy. I learned when I spent a semester in Mississippi. Are you familiar with Confederate Memorial Day?
I am not.
To this day, every year, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, they have a state holiday observing the Confederacy. And the courts are closed, schools are closed, there's no class in the entire state of Mississippi. And I don't think that Mississippi is the only state.
No. Did you hear what Ephraim just said? They celebrate the Confederacy. Celebrate them. And let me tell you something else, what they really want to do, which is, I've heard this my entire time in the truth. Whenever we bring up slavery, what do people say? Now, you young brothers might not have heard this as much. My God, I had to hear this every camp until about, God damn, I don't know when it stopped, 4 years ago. If you bring up slavery, what would they say? They would say that's in the past. Every single camp, every Friday, every Saturday, the minute you talked about slavery, they would say that's in the past. When meanwhile, that would make you think that they want to forget about it. They don't. They want you to forget about slavery, but they are going to applaud and laud the achievements of traitors, of people who hated them and killed them. They want to erase the truth about the Confederacy, erase the truth about the traitors that betrayed this country, because those traitors hated Black people and hated Hispanics. And that makes them beloved today. You couldn't even put Benedict Arnold's name on a 4-foot memorial of a battle that he won for America. But you can name Fort Bragg, some gigantic military base. You can name that after a Confederate soldier. You hate us more than you love America. You don't love America. Blacks and Latinos love America. We're the ones that love America. That's why we speak out on the street. That's why we wave Mexican flags, because we know someone died for our right to speak against oppression. Someone died for our right to speak against tyranny. We're in the spirit of the revolution. The UPK, we're in the spirit of the men that fought against the British Empire, that started in Boston, that put the tea in the water in Boston. We uphold the American ethic of fighting oppression. You white people, you love oppression. You betray the ethic of Americanism that you talk about so much. You love traitors. You don't love patriots. You do not love America, and you hate Blacks and Latinos more than you love anything else. I don't see how this could be argued. I don't see how anyone could come against it. It's an absolutely impossible argument to come against. I'm waiting, unless someone can try. Is there anything else, Ephraim?
Wow, sir. I scrolled down a little. My estimate was right. It's exactly 4 feet tall.
Look at that thing. Can you imagine? Look at that thing that they will not put Benedict Arnold's name on. Does he have a headstone? Where is he buried, Benedict Arnold?
He's buried in Britain, sir.
Oh, he's buried in England. He couldn't be buried here. He couldn't be buried here. They would not put Benedict Arnold's name on that 3-foot, 4-foot thing. But there's a fort named after traitors, high schools named after traitors. I know why. I know why. Because those traitors hated Black people, hated Hispanics, hated Latinos. I get it. I understand. It's a good thing someone loves them. Here's what you devils don't understand. God loves the people that you hate.
Right.
God loves La Raza. God loves the Puerto Ricans. God loves the Venezuelans. God loves the Haitian. God loves the Haitians. God loves the so-called black people. He loves us. He loves us. We are the hated of this world, the people that everyone rejects. We are the nation not desired. So we gather together. We band together. I pray you understand. Oro por tu entendimiento. I pray you understand.
Salaki, sir, if I may, we can't forget about those traitors on January 6th. They invaded the Washington, D.C. Those are traitors right there. And they got parted. Salaki.
Give this brother a hand, please, because he's trying to tell you the goddamn truth. He's trying to tell you, how did I forget about that? January 6th, they went and defecated on Nancy Pelosi's desk. What's that bad Ephraimite broad in New York? I ain't gonna call her bad because she's not in the truth, but boy, oh boy. What's her name down there?
Are you referring to AOC?
Alicia Cortez. What's her name? Her name is just
Ocasio-Cortez.
Jesus. Alicia Ocasio-Cortez.
You got an Edomite husband, sir.
Why'd you tell me that? Hide that from me. He ain't letting me lust. He saw the lust and he had to fight it because he's a priest. Get water, brother. I appreciate. I need your help. I need your help, man. I always tell them I'm middle-aged right now, and I remember being so young, and I was just a hard penis and a terrible, terrible temper. Now I'm middle-aged, and my temper is better. I pray you understand.
Most High in Christ, sir.
I need your help, Ephraim. Yeah, forget her. I don't care about her. But anyway, they were trying to sexually assault her, and she had to hide in the bathroom. As white men were going into her office looking for her to assault her sexually. Every last one of these people was pardoned by Donald Trump. Every last one. Why? Because the hatred of blacks and Latinos is their most important and their most virulent quality. They don't love America. All of our lives, we had to hear about these white people who love America. Where are they at? I don't see any. I see that Latinos love America. I see black people that love America. Where are these white people that love America? I don't see them. I saw them breaking into the Congress and beating up police officers and hitting them in their head with fire extinguishers. I'm waiting to see these patriots I keep hearing about.
Sir, they were peaceful protesters, sir.
Yeah, that's what they were. They were peaceful protesters. Listen, I got to move on, y'all. Okay. Now, if someone would like to battle this, I haven't gotten in a battle in so long. I'm hungry to do it. I'm hungry to sharpen my teeth and my claws on some foul person, but I'm not going to do that unless provoked because I'm older now, Ephraim. You understand? Okay. Where are we at now? Go ahead. Anything else?
Wow, sir, that might go right into the video of this white woman being asked about Juneteenth.
Ephraim, I forgot again. Today is today Juneteenth or is it this weekend?
Today is Juneteenth.
Today is Juneteenth. Well, happy Juneteenth, black people. Happy Juneteenth. Today is Juneteenth. I'm going to try to teach you something about the error in black and Latino culture that is so pivotal into our lack of success as a people. There are so many things about blackness that you think is the reason we don't succeed. So many things about Latino culture that you believe is the reason we don't succeed. You believe we don't stick together. You believe that we don't have an economic base. That's something else I'm so sick of hearing for 30 goddamn years. We don't have an economic base. Meanwhile, the preacher has 3 jets and 5 Rolls Royces. But we don't have an economic base. Ja Morant, how much is Ja Morant about to get in the NBA? He's one man. One nigga is about to get, I think, $75 million a year. $75 million a year. That's one person. But we don't have an economic base. I've heard that so long. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of hearing what you think the problem is with black people. I've heard it, since I've served Commanding General Yohana. Tonight, I'm going to give you a real problem with blacks and Latinos and something that we could fix. Something that we fix in the Israelite School of UPK under Commanding General Yohana's guidance. We fixed this. First, I want to play you a video of this white woman. Now, this is a white woman. She's going to speak about Juneteenth. And she's going to speak about white people and what they have. And I want you to pay close attention to it because this personality is what is in charge of America. This personality won the White House. Go ahead.
Juneteenth is, excuse me, what's happening to the white people? They have a Black Miss America. They have a Black college. They have a Black month. What do we have? And now they have Juneteenth. Yes, I understand there was slavery, don't get me wrong. But there was also a Holocaust, and that was more recent than slavery. But you don't hear the Jews saying, gimme, 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 gimme. What's the point of Juneteenth? What is it? I don't know.
Who knows? Let me tell you something. This was so educational. And if you think she's just one solitary white woman, you are sadly mistaken because what she just said is in charge of the planet right now. She's in that spirit on her. Her thinking is in charge of the planet. Can I prove it to you? Give me this. Well, first of all, she said they have a Black Miss America. They have one. When do we have a Black Miss America, Ephraim? I think that was when I was a young man with a hard penis and a bad temper. I think that was back then. I think that was in the 80s, as far as I know. That's when they had the first Black Miss America. In the 1980s, I don't even know if they had another one since then.
Slag it, sir.
Go ahead.
When I search up Black Miss America, Vanessa Williams comes up.
God damn. But Black people in all the years of Miss America have had one. And you know what this white woman said? You got one. What the hell are you complaining about? You got a Black Miss America. She said, you have a Black college. You know, she's talking about Howard University, right? She said, you have a Black college. Now you got Juneteenth. Here's what you need to get. What was her next sentence? What do white people have? We got nothing. Blacks and Latinos, you have got to understand what she just said. She said, what do white people have? We've got nothing. The Jews had the Holocaust. The Jewish people had the Holocaust. You don't see them complaining. Yeah, bitch, they complain every goddamn minute of the day about the so-called Holocaust. Every second of the day, Jewish people bring up the Holocaust every second of the day. But she doesn't even notice that. All she notices is a Black Miss America, a Black college, and Juneteenth. Give me Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. Some of you younger brothers might not know what I'm about to show you right now. But back about 4 years ago, Joe Biden and his administration proposed to the Congress that we would change the picture on the $20 bill. We would take Andrew Jackson off of the $20 bill, and we would replace his picture with the picture of Harriet Tubman. And Harriet Tubman was an actual American hero who fought on the side of the Americans during the Civil War. Harriet Tubman was a spy for America. Harriet Tubman is a straight up and down, like a CIA spy. She was a straight up and down spy for America. She fought on the side of America during the Civil War, and she was a spy. She is a bona fide American hero who fought on the right side of the Civil War. Give me the other video first, the one about the $20 bill, because then I want to jog everybody's memory out there.
Yes, sir. That's this one.
Oh, that's this one. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Well, Andrew Jackson had a great
I'm
history.
sorry. Let me
and
stop
I
you.
think it's
Go ahead. That's not the one I was talking about. Was when the press secretary proposed it. But if you want to play the
Andrew Jackson had
go ahead. I'm sorry, please.
That's later in the video. Do you want me to skip to that?
No, I'm sorry, please. You're right. I'm incorrect. Go ahead.
Had a great history, and I think it's very rough when you take somebody off the bill. I would love to leave Andrew Jackson and see if we can maybe come up with another denomination. Maybe we do the $2 bill.
The Obama administration initially had wanted to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. The Trump administration dragged their feet on that. I wanted to see if the Biden administration has a sort of view of the timeline on whether or not she should be on the paper currency.
The Treasury Department is taking steps to resume efforts to put Harriet Tubman on the front of the new $20 notes. It's important that our notes, our money, people don't know what a note is, reflect the history and diversity of our country. And Harriet Tubman's image gracing the new $20 note would certainly reflect that. So we're exploring ways.
Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. The Trump administration dragged their feet on that.
Let me stop you for a second. Ephraim, I don't know if you remember this, but I remember when they proposed. Show me the picture of Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. When they proposed this, Black Americans treated it like it was Juneteenth. They said, yes, hallelujah. Harriet Tubman will be on the $20 bill. They were so happy out. They were so ecstatic about it. Oh, when they saw this picture, 20, no more of that pig, Andrew Jackson. And Andrew Jackson was a filthy pig. He was a cerro. He was a pig who murdered our brothers, the so-called North American Indian and the so-called Seminole Indians, the tribe of Gad and the tribe of Reuben. And Black people were so excited about this $20 bill. They were so happy. So happy. That's why Donald Trump won that election. You see, you don't understand white people. White people look at the token gifts that we've been receiving. All of you out there have heard of a Black token before, right? A token Black person, a token character. Let me explain to you. Are you familiar with that phrase?
Sir.
I just wanted to make sure, because that's a phrase we all grew up with. We grew up with the phrase of, oh, that's just a token Black employee, a token Black operation, a token Black, gift. Let me tell you where that term comes from. The word token means a gift. It's like giving a token of your appreciation, a token of your gratitude. It's a gift. Now, for the entire time that Blacks and Latinos have been here, we have made very little progress, but we have always been given a token by white people. And this was Biden's way of giving us a token. He was going to put a Black woman's name of face on the $20 bill. It wouldn't give you more 20s. It wouldn't do that. You would not get more 20s. But you would be able to say, oh, there's a Black woman's face on the $20 bill. I feel appreciated by this. It doesn't give me more money. I'm not going to have more Harriets in my bank account. I'm going to still be poor, but I feel better about my poverty because there's a Black woman's face on the $20 bill. What else did you get? When they would not allow you to get into white schools, they gave you a Black college. That makes you happy, right? You have a Black college. The last time that America enacted a national holiday, what was the last holiday that America enacted? What was the last holiday that was made a federal holiday? Let me don't look it up. I'll tell you. It was Martin Luther King's birthday. That was the last holiday that was made a federal holiday. Why? Because Black people fought for Martin Luther King Jr. to get a holiday. Brother, Ephraim, it was such a fight up. I remember the fight, the marching, the protesting, the people fighting to make Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday a holiday. They made it a holiday in the 80s. We've died in Chicago by, numbers that are sad to think about. We've died in Mexico and Mexico and the border towns. We've died in Los Angeles at numbers that will break your heart. But Martin Luther King Jr. has a holiday. He has a holiday. The entire system of how they manage Blacks and Latinos is to give us very little progress, but every once in a while to give us a token of appreciation that we all love, that we're happy. Don't you like when you see that black? Hey, did you like the movie Black Panther out there? How was that? You like that? How was Black Panther? Y'all love that movie? Did you like that? Oh, you love the movie Black Panther. Some of you niggas saw it 3 times. The movie Black Panther. Some of you just said, oh my God, Black Panther. Listen, I know this doesn't get me a job. This doesn't get me what white people got. White people got land given to them for free. For free. They got the northern expanse, the western expanse. They came from Scotland and Ireland and Germany, and they just raced to a spot and put a flag in the ground, and that was their land. Give me the northern expanse when there was a race where white people just raced on horses and stagecoaches. And if they could get to the flag first, they could have 100 acres, 50 acres of land, 1,000 acres of land. That was the great land expanse. Look that up, because that's what white people got. Give me the New Deal by Theodore Roosevelt, when he just made programs to give white people jobs, built roads and bridges everywhere in America that they didn't need because nobody had any cars yet. But he made the bridges without making the cars. The cars came last. The roads in America, the highway system was built before they had cars, when very few people had cars. But they built the roads anyway. Then they built the cars. And white men were employed on building the roads and building the cars. That is improvement. That's progress. Then the GI Bill, that white men were given money for fighting Adolf Hitler and fighting the Nazis. They came home and got enough money so their wife didn't have to work. That's real improvement. You know what black people got? Black people got a black actor in a play, a black actor in a movie. They got a black jazz musician in a movie. They got Bojangles dancing with, what's that little bitch's name with the red hair? You got to be old to know this. Little bitch, she's dancing with Bojangles down the steps. Give me Bojangles dancing with Shirley Temple. Wait, first I'm gonna play this video. When that movie came out in the 1930s, and black people said, "Thank God we have made it, because there's a man named Bojangles who's dancing with Shirley Temple." Give me when the first black woman won an Oscar award.
Yes, sir.
Back for Gone with the Wind. When that woman, I think her name was Haley May or some slave name, when she won the Oscar for Gone with the Wind, brother, they thought it was the biggest thing in the world. It was a token. It was a gift. And that's all we've ever needed is an Eddie Murphy, a Richard Pryor, a Red Fox, a black woman on a $20 bill, Martin Luther King's birthday, Juneteenth. What's her name? Hallie Mae Slade?
Hattie McDaniel.
Hattie McDaniel. Brother, when she got this award, there was dancing in Harlem. You understand me? Dancing in the south side of Chicago. Dancing in black Memphis. Dancing, brother, dancing. They were ecstatic. This was a token, a gift. White people get all the money and get all the land, but we get this gift. Black people were not allowed to get the GI Bill. Black people were not allowed to benefit from the New Deal. Give me that thing, the land grab thing you put up on the screen. We got Hattie McDaniel, but we didn't get this. Go ahead and put the video. Explain this to everyone, please, Ephraim.
So like I said, this is the only photo of a land run in progress, a land run being all the many times that they opened land in the West and Midwest up to whatever white person got there first.
Ephraim, do you understand what I hate to even talk about this because it's going to make me angry. While we celebrate Juneteenth, there was a time when they told white people, listen, you get out here to the northern passage. You get out there to Portland, to Seattle, to Texas, to California, to that area, and you bring a fast horse with you. That's it. And if you can get to this flag, you can have 100 acres of land. They put a flag on every patch of land. They divided the land up into patches. Some of them were 50 acres, some of them 10, some of them 1,000, some of them 2,000. And white people just ran and snatched up a flag.
Salaka, sir.
Please.
It sounds like what inspired all the Wild West movies.
Yes, Asher. You see this? While we thank God for Juneteenth, white people were given land because they just ran there and grabbed the flag. That's that.
We still waiting for 40 acres and a mule, sir.
Ephraim Thawada. And here we are waiting for 40 acres and a mule. 48 and never got it. That was something promised to us by Ulysses S. Grant at the end of the Civil War. And then, of course, after Ulysses S. Grant, when a new president got in the White House, which was the president who was Abraham Lincoln's vice president, he just got rid of the whole thing and threw it away. The same way they got rid of Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. They just got rid of it. Go ahead.
If I could share some quick with you, just as quickly as they'll get rid of that token, would you like to see the statement that Donald Trump made about an hour ago?
I would like to, please, brother.
For Juneteenth. This is Donald Trump's post on Truth Social. Too many non-working holidays in America. It is costing our country billions of dollars to keep all these businesses closed. The workers don't want it either. Soon we'll end up having a holiday for every working day of the year. It must change if we are going to make America great again.
Ephraim, you're a prophet of God. Ephraim, when did he release that statement?
About an hour and a half ago.
An hour and a half ago, Donald Trump is telling you, I'm getting rid of Juneteenth. Blacks and Hispanics, this is going to be difficult for you to understand. I'm going to try to give it to you the best way that I can under commanding General Yahan. Okay. You should, when you get off for Thanksgiving and you don't have to go in, or if you get overtime on Christmas, you should take everything you can from white people. You should take it. And this weekend, you're going to get a day off. Just like now you get a day off for Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. You'll get a day off for Christmas. You'll get a day off for Thanksgiving. Take the day off. Take it. You might get double overtime or overtime on your job. Take it. Take all of it. Take everything that white people give you, because it's hard to get white people to give you anything. Take it, but never appreciate it. Never. Never be thankful for what they give you. Never. Take it, but don't be thankful. What do you think the Israelite School of UPK is doing on Christmas? Do you think we go to work on Christmas, Ephraim?
Wow.
No. Do you think we go to work on Thanksgiving?
Wow.
No. If we can get overtime to go into work, do you think we take it?
Comment.
Yeah. We in the UPK, we take everything that we can get from white people. We're going to take the free health care. We're going to take the free schools, the free high school, the free grade school. We're going to take the day off on Juneteenth. We'll take it just like other black people take it. But we never are thankful for it, ever. We never thank him. We never appreciate him, because here is the flaw that we can all fix. We thank white people for giving us Juneteenth. We thank them for making Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday a holiday. We're thankful for Hattie McDaniel winning the Oscar. We're thankful for the movie The Black Panther. We're thankful for every black comedian that can get a role so we can go watch a movie. We're thankful for the NBA. and the NFL, we're thankful. And because we're thankful, that is all we can ever achieve, is getting another token from white people. That's all we can achieve. So much so that that's our entire civil rights movement, fighting for tokens, fighting for white people to give us a gift. Can you put Harriet Tubman's face on the 20? Bitch, I don't care whose face is on the 20. Give me more 20s. That's what we want. I don't want no fucking, I don't care whose face is on the 20. I want the 20s, baby. That's what I want. Give me what you give white people. Give me the 20s. I don't care whose face is on it. What do you have now? With all this achievement we made, Donald Trump got in the White House and fired damn near every black woman that works for the federal government. Fired damn near all of them. You worried about whose face is on the 20? Bitch, you better go get more 20s. You better get more money. That's what white people gave each other. They gave each other money, land. Here you go. You're happy about some face on the $20 bill. Happy about the movie Black Panther. Happy because a black actor got a role in a movie. Happy because of Juneteenth. Happy because you're celebrating some holiday that you were already celebrating. You were already doing it. You're happy? Take everything that you can get from white people. Take every day off. Take every day of getting overtime. Take it all. Take health care. Take all of it. And never be thankful for it. And if you do, you might be like this woman. Put the woman back on the screen again. Don't you understand with this woman? I played this woman at the beginning. This woman is a white woman in America. She lives in a house better than yours. Her father went to World War II and got a free house and a job created for him that your father was not allowed to have. Her ancestors rode a fast horse and got 50 acres, 1,000 acres in California, in Texas. She's received every benefit and she is not thankful. And so she gets more because she's never happy with what she's given. Play it one more time.
Excuse me. What's happening to the white people? They have a Black Miss America. They have a Black college. They have a Black month. What do we have? And now they have Juneteenth. Yes, I understand there was slavery. Don't get me wrong. But there was also a Holocaust. And that was more recent than slavery. But you don't hear the Jews saying, gimme, 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 gimme. What's the point of Juneteenth? What is it?
This, if I could, Ephraim, this white woman is not thankful for what she's been given in America. She's not thankful. America's entire society is built to make sure that she succeeds, and she is not thankful. I'm not going to be thankful either about Juneteenth. I'm not going to be thankful. I'm going to take off from work, get to spend some time with these broads I have, see these kids, eat to my heart's content, and I'll never care that white people gave it to me. I'll never appreciate anything that is given to me by white people. Never. Then I might be able to achieve more. I might get more then, because damn sure white people aren't thankful. White people aren't grateful. White people think that they are what? Entitled to everything they get. They think they're entitled. They think when a black person gets Juneteenth, they're getting too much. They're getting too much. You already have a Black Miss America in 1983. What in the hell are you complaining for? They think that even the tokens that we get are giving us too much. That's the way I'm going to be. You see, you blacks and Latinos, you love white people, but you don't learn from them. You don't learn from them. You don't learn how to be superior. In the UPK, we believe that we're better than white people. We believe that we're better than our oppressor. And so we behave like we are in charge, like we are royalty, like we are special. So white people give me a day off from work. I'll take the day off, but I'm not thankful. But I don't appreciate it, and I never will. When Donald Trump takes it, it won't bother me at all. It won't bother me. I won't care. I'll get another day off. I'll take something else from you. I'll take whatever I can get from white people, but I will never show you gratitude for it. I pray you understand. Is there anything else, Ephraim?
Sir, just General Q is dropping all types of facts in the comments to add context to the way the land from the Indians, and in order to have those land runs. But Khan, sir, we could move on to some of these other topics if you'd like.
I'm ready. Come on,
of course.
On you. I'm on your time. Go ahead.
So we got Tyler Perry in the news, of course.
Go ahead.
Lawsuit that was filed against him by a male actor who said that Tyler Perry sexually abused and harassed him.
I'm glad you reminded me of this one, Ephraim. Where are the gay people out there? Any gay black people out there? IUIC, you out there? Any gay black? Just stop being scared. You a damn homosexual man. You're in America. Just say yes. Just come up on the chat room and say, I'm here. Just say, I'm here. Just be counted. I want to talk to you for a goddamn second. First, I'm going to tell you about the story about Tyler Perry. Now, Tyler Perry is a rich black man. And I'm sure we all should appreciate that he's rich. You know, he does own his own. We do have a black movie studio in Atlanta. Is that right, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Hashkala Baba Shana. A black man owns a movie studio. Who owns the rest of them, idiot? Who owns all of them? But there's one black movie studio in Atlanta. Are you thankful for that? Huh? You love that, don't you? You're so impressed by it. You want to go see it, don't you? You want to go see Tyler Perry Studios. Wow. Meanwhile, white people own 1,000 movie studios in America, Great Britain, Canada, and Italy, and Germany, and Spain, and they don't care. They want more. They want more. Well, we as black people have Tyler Perry Studios. It's the only black-owned studio on the planet Earth. But we are very thankful for that token. Well, Tyler Perry, here's the story that came out about him. There was a white man who wanted a job. He's an actor. He went to acting school. Any actors out there? No one ever talks to me, Ephraim. I try to talk to people, but they can't stand me. I know that. I know I'm not likable, okay? But listen, just answer the goddamn question before I get angry. Are there any actors out there? Anybody that wants to be an actor? Anybody that thinks they might like to be an actor or an actress? Well, this white man he wanted to be an actor, went to school for it, went did all the acting classes, moved to Atlanta because he wanted to be an actor. This white man did this. Tyler Perry hired him and then sexually harassed him to death. Pulled his pants down, squeezed his buttocks, groped him, gave him a role in a movie where he was gay. Tyler Perry always was doing that. I read the reports. Tyler Perry would take somebody and make them be gay in a movie. Like, meaning it would be a straight man, but if Tyler Perry was attracted to the straight man, he would change the role from straight to gay in the movie because he was attracted to him. And he wanted to soften the man up to be gay. Then later on, as you in your trailer trying to get dressed, here comes naked ass Tyler Perry coming into your trailer to grope you and to fondle you, and he is your boss. You work for him. Well, one of these white men that he did this to sued him for $250 million. I'm sorry, Ephraim, play the video. I don't think they want to be an actor anymore. I don't blame him, Tazalai. Shit, it's hard. It's too hard to be a damn actor, especially working for Tyler Perry. Play this thing so I can move on. Go ahead, Ephraim. Do you have a video or something like that?
wanted to bring one of the screenshots from the text messages. This one has at the top Tyler Perry saying to this actor, "What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex?" And at the bottom, he says, "You can have freedom from religious guilt and still believe in Christ."
Ephraim, I have never seen this before just now. Read that again.
It says at the top, "What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex?"
That's Tyler Perry speaking. He is trying to coerce and force this actor. This is sexual assault. This is, what's that term they use in HR? This is
sexual
harassment. Sexual harassment. But except though, he's not just simply sexually harassing him. He's offering him Christianity so that he can have sex with this man. You disgusting Christians, bring me full screen again. You, or half screen, you foul Christians. Do you understand what this means, you gay people out there watching? I remember white women had the Me Too movement. When Jeffrey Epstein and what's that white man that was harassing every woman in Hollywood? When Bill Cosby went to jail because they were sexually harassing white women. White women were trying to be actresses, trying to work, but the woman couldn't even go to work because some man was forcing her to have sex so she could keep her job. Gay people out there, I have a question for you. Why are you allowed to sexually harass men? Why is there no Me Too movement for gay men? You gay men out there, you can't even work in the music business without wearing a purse and a dress. You can't even get a job in Atlanta unless you're willing to let Tyler Perry grope you. How are you going to be an actor? Don't you people out there have sons and daughters that are going to want to work in the music business, work in the entertainment industry? Your children are not going to be able to make it unless they have sex with Tyler Perry and Puff Daddy. Don't you understand how evil this is? Don't you want to send? Imagine you have your wife and your wife goes to work, but your wife is never going to be able to go get a job because she's not going to have sex with her boss. Your wife can't succeed because she won't have sex with her boss. You gay men out there, why aren't you fighting against men like Tyler Perry? You're a gay man. Don't you understand that Tyler Perry could just meet a gay man on Tinder or these gay websites? He could just meet a random gay man. He could go into the bathroom of a gay bar and have gay sex. Why is it that gay men only want to turn and force a straight man into having sex because he needs to keep his job? Why is this allowed in the gay community? Tyler Perry has damn near $1 billion. You can't just go like every other gay man and meet a gay man in the bathroom of a club with cocaine on the toilet like every other gay man. Why don't you just go meet a gay man, Tyler Perry? God knows you have enough money. You can buy enough cocaine. God knows enough grown men who were molested as children will have sex with you because you're rich and famous. Just meet them on a website. That's not good enough for Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has to have sex with an employee. He has to do it like this. And I would love to understand it. You're not going to tell me, Ephraim, that these homosexuals out there, if Tyler Perry meets them on a website, he meets them in a gay bar, they are going to have sex with him. They're going to do it. Why is it that he has to have sex with employees? I know why, Ephraim. I got it. Because he wants to force a straight man into compromising his manhood to pay his rent, to get off of child support. You see, Tyler Perry needs to take advantage of the poor. That's why he doesn't just meet a gay man on a website or in a gay bar, because he needs you to work for him so he can have power over you, so he can know that he owns you, and so he can have sex with someone who would not have sex with a gay man, because these men aren't gay. They're doing it because they're poor, because they want to make it in the movie industry, because they're actors, and it's their dream to become an actor. It's their dream. Their dream, they go to sleep every night thinking about making it in Hollywood, making it in Atlanta. Tyler Perry has to have sex with him when he could get any gay man he wants. Lord knows he's a high value gay man. Isn't he, gay brothers out there? Gay blacks and Hispanics. You ain't going to tell me Tyler Perry isn't a high value gay man. So why is such a high value gay man having sex with employees who have to have sex with him to keep their job? Why doesn't he just meet a gay man? Why doesn't he go to a rich nightclub with rich gay men, rich white gay men, and have a gay partner and have sex with them?
Or the Diddy parties.
Why doesn't he just go to a Diddy party and just meet someone, say, hey, I'm Tyler Perry. I know you know I'm gay, so let's have sex because we're both gay and we've both been molested as children. Why does he have to have sex with an employee? Because Tyler Perry doesn't want a gay man. Tyler Perry wants a straight man who's afraid to lose his job. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. And I, for the life of me, don't know why there isn't a Me Too movement for gay men. Why don't you have that? Instead, what do I have to hear all day? God is with Tyler Perry. Jesus is on the side of Tyler Perry. The reason that Tyler Perry is protected is because he's Christian. And now we know. Now let's have a revelation, Asher. Let's have a revelation. Now we know the real benefit of being Christian. The real benefit of being Christian is that it erases a good conscience. You don't ever have to feel bad for what you do if you're Christian. Tyler Perry just proved that. Do you know how many years Commanding General Yohana has taught us this? Give me in the New Testament where Jesus Christ said, make ye friends with the mammon of men. Tyler Perry, the Christian church, what are they offering you? Surely they're not offering you the kingdom of heaven, because black people are poor and suffering and dying. Latinos are poor and suffering and dying. So why do you go to church then? Why do you even go? I know why. Because if I go to church, I can be a drug addict, a homosexual, a murderer, and I don't ever have to feel bad about it. It erases my conscience. I can feel like God loves me no matter what I do. God loves me. Hashkala, baba baba shana. I know that I coerce poor men who would not be gay, but I'm going to coerce them into a gay act because they have rent to pay, because they need money. And I can do it because God loves me no matter what I do, because the laws are done away with. Don't you see that's what Christians are really paying for in the $100 line, in the I need 10 of you to give up $10,000. I need 1,000 of you to give up $1,000. I need to make $40,000. Shut the door. Now I know what you're paying for. You're paying for some wicked preacher to clean your conscience of what you've done. And he is doing it. He's doing it. That's why you hate the laws of God. That's why you hate the Israelite school of UPK, because we convict your conscience for what you've done. We break your heart. We convict you for what you've done, so you can feel terrible about forcing some straight man to have sex with you simply because he wants a job. and he wants to make it in Atlanta. He wants to make it in Hollywood. You're a vile piece of garbage. And the Bible says if man lie with man as he lied with a woman, both of their blood shall be upon them. You hate us because we convict your soul for the crimes you commit. And now your child molester won't be able to ruin the rest of anyone else's lives. Do you need proof? Play it again. Put the text message up. Then I want you to play Tyler Perry when he made his first response video after he was sued for $250 million. Do you have that one, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, play this text message first.
And real quick, General Kathungabar mentioned in the comments how Tyler Perry got Aaron Magruder, the creator of the Boondocks, in a lot of trouble with the network. I don't know if you're familiar with that story.
Go ahead.
But there's a Boondocks episode on Tyler Perry basically being exactly this, a gay man preying on the actors that he hires. And he put a ton of pressure. They won't rerun that episode anymore. It got the creator of the Boondocks in a lot of trouble at the time. And here we are 10 years later, whatever.
Listen, I mean, these gay men they're not satisfied with just having sex with gay men. You're in America, it's a free country. Lord knows you have enough websites. The Sakari is sitting right out there waiting to be with you. The purple pigs are right there. The church is full of gay men, but you'll never just have sex with another gay man. No, you need to force an employee who doesn't want to be gay, but he does have rent, he does have child support, and he has a dream of being an actor. And of course, you're the only token black movie studio on the planet Earth. So he feels like he has to do it. That's what you want. And because you're Christian, you don't have a bad conscience for it. First play the text messages again, then play Tyler Perry speaking on it for the first time. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Here's the text message again. And I definitely recommend that episode of the Boondocks if that's your type of humor, because it's so on point to everything that's coming out.
Damn right, Ephraim. Go ahead.
The whole world in his hands. Got the whole.
Put me on half screen with Tyler Perry. Go ahead.
Why is you singing? Do you know what's going on?
Ephraim, who's this brother right here? Who's this cat in the truth?
This is just a TikToker.
But I think this is not a brother in the school.
Yes, sir. It is. It is a brother. My
What's his name?
This is his TikTok is Jew Talk ATL.
Jew Talk ATL. Give him a hand up. Jew Talk ATL is One West, man. And he did a hell of a video on Tyler Perry. And this is the first video that Tyler Perry put out after he was sued for $250 million for forcing employees to be gay. Go ahead and play it.
I believe they're telling me that that's Officer Maisha Allah.
Officer Mayasha Allah, man. Give him a hand. Officer Mayasha Allah. I'm assuming he's one of the brave in Atlanta, Georgia. Go ahead,
I'm just sitting here on my porch, just looking.
Hey, what you looking at, Tyler?
What am I looking at? I'm looking to the hills from whence cometh my help.
Help? What you need help with?
For my help? Some of y'all know the rest. I just wanted to come on and just
pause.
Tell everybody, just be as calm as you can.
We need to be calm. Nah, you need to be calm. Matter of fact, why are you so calm? Yeah. I heard about them allegations, and they ain't sounding too fresh. A lot of people are surprised that it was, some boy that came out and said that you were trying to manhandle him. Allegedly. I wasn't. Medea.
Go ahead, Ephraim.
General Q, before we even played the video, General Q saw it coming. He said he's singing Christian songs, I'm sure.
General Q knew where he was going with it. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole. Christianity absolves you of a guilty conscience. Don't you understand, brother? There are so many child molesters in this world, so many thieves and liars and sexual assaulters and sexual abusers, and all of them would be somewhere feeling terrible about what they've done, feeling horrible, feeling terrible, unless they go to church. If you go to church, you are paying for a clean conscience. But I would have you Christians know, you are not paying to be absolved from your crime, because God is still going to make you pay for what you've done. You're still going to pay. You're going to pay. I pray you understand. The Christians are just making you feel good about what you've done. You would have a broken and contrite spirit. Can you imagine? Tyler Perry was molested as a child. He made videos about it. He was molested as a child. He grew up, owns a movie studio, became $1 billion, became a billionaire, and now he is doing the same thing to other men that his molester did to him. You would think that would make him go, oh my God, what am I doing? Oh my God, I'm so wrong. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the little white Jesus. And Christianity makes him feel good about doing something that is so wrong. That's why they pay the money to the preacher. That's why the preacher has a jet. That's why the preacher has a Rolls Royce. Or else, what else are they getting in there? The Christian church is not helping you politically. The Christian church is not making good Black and Latino neighborhoods. The Christian church is not making good people. The Christian church is doing nothing for Blacks and Latinos but cleaning your conscience when you hurt someone's child. When you hurt someone, you never feel guilty for it because Jesus died for your sins and he loves you no matter what you do. And he knows my heart. Jesus knows my heart. You know what that means, Ephraim? When every Christian says Jesus knows my heart, what they mean is he's ignoring my actions. He knows my heart. Even though I molested that child, even though I forced that man to have sex with me because I'm his boss, that's not my heart. My heart is good, but my actions hurt children. My actions hurt people. But God doesn't look at my actions. He only looks at my heart. Here's $10,000. Here's $1,000. Here's my tithes. Here's me standing in the line to give up money. Close the doors. I'm going to pay you because now I don't feel bad. Let me tell you what the Israelite School of UPK is offering you foul people. We're going to let you know how evil you are. We're going to let you know how wicked you are. We're going to let you know what you've done to that child, what you've done to that brother. We're going to tell you. And we're going to go to jail or die so that you can have a conscience about what you've done. Don't test us on this. Don't test us.
Right.
Is there anything else?
I could, sir. They're correcting me. The brother in the video is from Kansas City, Officer Alayasha.
Give Officer Alayasha a hand. He understands. He understands.
And I had Luke 16:9 if you wanted it.
Do I have time? I don't think I do. Read Luke 16:9. Ask me in another class next Thursday. If I don't get to come to Harlem next Thursday, I'm going to hurt someone. I need to get to Harlem, New York, where I was born. That's where I was born. I need to get there next week. All right, I'll do it next week. I'll do that. Well, let me get to the purple pigs and the coon on coon crime.
Yes, sir.
I know I'm waiting for the sister. Nadia, sister, if you out there, Nadia is someone that I love. I love Nadia. She's an excellent woman. She's the wife of Officer Nashak, who I love. I love Officer Nashak. They're just truly sincere One West people. Officer Nashak's wife, Nadia, is fighting cancer, brother, with a One West spirit. She reminds me of the woman in the Bible whose 7 sons died. And it said when the king asked her to convince her sons to eat pork, she bowed over laughing, and her womanish courage had a manful spirit. She's fighting like a man. She's fighting cancer up. And I'm just so proud of her. I don't want to start crying for thinking about her. Give Nadia a hand. Look at her right there on the goddamn stage. Give her a hand. Nadia, come on now, Nadia. Nadia makes excellent videos helping other brothers and sisters who are fighting cancer. And I wanted to let Nadia come down today to talk about something. Nadia, I've been fighting this, for what, 8 years? I remember fighting when the COVID-19 virus was out, and everyone thought that we were evil because we told everyone to go and get that goddamn vaccination. We told them to go do it. They hated us. You know that faggot, the Sakari, you remember him? The Sakari said we were wicked for telling everyone to go get the jab.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan, who has 54 million followers, said we were evil for telling everyone to get the vaccination. Everyone hated us because we're not going to do another Tuskegee experiment. We're not doing that again. You see, white people wanted us to do another Tuskegee experiment. Nadia, I'm just going to give you some background before you come in and speak, if you don't mind, daughter, all right?
Kind of want whatever you want.
Please. The water, back in the 40s, right? There was something called the Tuskegee experiment. Many of us think that the Tuskegee experiment was white people injecting, what was the disease? Injecting syphilis into black people. That is a lie taught to you by white supremacists. The Tuskegee experiment was not white people injecting syphilis into black men. Can I read it? Do you have it, Ephraim?
Let me pull it up.
I sent it to you last week.
Yes, sir.
If not, I'll break it down for you until you can get it. Let me tell you what the Tuskegee experiment actually was. The Tuskegee experiment was black men who had contracted syphilis through sex. They came to the clinic. They came to the doctor. And the doctor did not give them the penicillin that they knew cured white men of syphilis. They gave them a placebo. A placebo is salt water. That's it. Because at that time, you know what they said? They said, I need to learn what does syphilis do to untreated black people. I know what it does to untreated white people. It kills them. But I've never learned on what it does to untreated black men. At that time, they thought black men and women were so different. They didn't know. They know that syphilis killed black men and women. What does it do? What does it do? They lied to black men and told them this is penicillin, and it wasn't penicillin. They gave them nothing on purpose to see what would happen if black people contracted syphilis and did not take any medicine. They died. 100 of them died. They died. There was another. So if you're thinking that the Tuskegee experiment was white people injecting black men with syphilis, you are misinformed by white supremacists who teach that. But I can tell you who was actually injected with a disease. Latinos. Latinos, give me this. Latinos were actually, I think it was Guatemala or Venezuela. Look this up. They were actually injected with diseases to see what would happen, to see if they would die like white people die. That happened to Latinos. It was worse than the Tuskegee experiment. Worse. Black people, no one injected us with syphilis, but syphilis was injected into Latinos to see what would happen. This should be something you could find, Ephraim. They were injected with the
syphilis experiments.
Please tell them what it is.
This was conducted from 1946 to 48, where the United States led human experiments in Guatemala, where they infected 1,300 people with syphilis, gonorrhea, and chancroid without the consent of the subject.
They injected them. Do you understand? They didn't deny them medicine. They actually injected them in Guatemala. What tribe is Guatemala, Asher? Do you know?
Zebulon? Guatemala.
Zebulon.
Guatemala is the Balawan, sir.
Say again, warrior.
The Balawan.
Zabalawan, the chosen people of God from Guatemala. They injected them with syphilis and gonorrhea. They didn't contract it through sex. They went to the doctor, and the doctor injected gonorrhea and syphilis into them to see what would happen. But the Tuskegee experiment, that's not what it was. Read me the Tuskegee experiment, please, Ephraim.
So the Tuskegee syphilis study in 1932, investigators enrolled 600 impoverished African-American sharecroppers from Macon County, Alabama.
600 what? 600 what?
Impoverished African-American sharecroppers.
Poor people, poor black people, sharecroppers. They go to the doctor, they don't have any money, but they have syphilis and they need some help. And at this time, penicillin was out and curing white people of sexual diseases. They were poor, these black people. Continue.
Of these men, 399 had latent syphilis.
Of these men, 399 had latent syphilis, meaning they had syphilis for a long time. That's what latent means. They already had it. They came into the doctor's office because they were pissing blood, which is what syphilis does, until it moves to your mind and destroys your mind and then kills you. They already had syphilis. That's what latent means. They went to the doctor and they already had syphilis. Continue.
The other 201 were the control group who were not infected.
The other 201 didn't have syphilis. So they compared the two groups. They had this group that had it, this group that didn't have it. Continue.
As an incentive for participation, the men were promised free medical care and promised funeral expenses.
To get them to participate in it, they gave them free health care and they were willing to pay for their funerals. Continue.
While the men were provided with both medical and mental care that they otherwise would not have received, they were deceived by the PHS, who never informed them of their syphilis diagnosis.
These white doctors never told them that they had syphilis. Never told them. They already had it. They had a syphilis diagnosis, but the doctor never told them so they could see what would happen. They could see. They could study it. Continue.
They were provided disguised placebos, ineffective treatments, and diagnostic procedures such as lumbar punctures.
You know what they did? They gave them what's that mess the Chinese people do?
Acupuncture.
That's what a lumbar puncture is, Nadia. Where they go, imagine you have cancer, some bitch tells you, get an acupuncturist. You know, go like them bitches tell you, go drink some cucumber water. You know, Nadia, you got cancer. You know what you need? Sage. Burn some sage. That's what white people did, Nadia. White people told these niggas, get an acupuncturist, and never told them that they had syphilis because they wanted to see what would happen if a dumb idiot did nothing about a deadly disease. Continue.
The men were initially told that the experiment was only going to last 6 months, but it was extended to 40 years.
40 years they watched them and kept getting new studies in and kept getting new black people in. Let me fast forward you in this story. They all died. All of them. They all died. Every last one of them. And it wasn't until years later that people realized that white people just let black people die and didn't give them a cure that they had. They had the cure, but they didn't give it to black people. Then this week there's a famous, I think she was an MTV video host. What's her name? Anyone knows? Nadia?
Oh, yes, sir. It was Ananda Lewis.
Ananda Lewis. I remember her, Nadia. I remember Ananda Lewis. She was on MTV. Everybody loved her. Ananda Lewis. Ananda Lewis, her mother died of breast cancer. The exact same breast cancer that you have. Died of it. Her mother died of it. She didn't get mammograms. She refused to get mammograms. Her family, the people that loved her, told her, you have to get a mammogram. Mommy died of it. Mommy died of this. She said no. She's not getting a mammogram. She refused. Play the video, Ephraim.
Conventional chemo. I wasn't going to do the surgery. I wasn't going to remove my breast. I wasn't going to do radiation. And I know that's my stubbornness at play, right? And it's also my higher self saying, protect yourself, live as long as you can, have the best quality of life you can, because that's what we're here for. For me, for my personal choice, right? Because this is what it comes down to when this kind of stuff happens. It is very personal, and it's all about what you want. So many women have reached out to me since last year, telling me their stories, sharing what they're going through, sharing with me what they're doing, asking what I'm doing. One of the biggest surprises of this whole experience for me has been this.
Full screen. Ananda Lewis is dead. She's dead. And you know why, Nadia? I know you know why, but let me tell everyone else. Because she did not understand something that Nadia understands. When you have cancer, when you have syphilis, when you have diabetes, when you have heart disease, it is not a personal choice. It's something you choose for the people that love you. We can't lose you. We can't. You understand, right?
Okay.
Like, we cannot lose you. So you don't get the right to be afraid of mammograms. You don't have the right to be afraid of mammograms. You don't have the right to be afraid of getting your breast removed. You don't have some vanity where you're afraid of how you'll look without your breast, because we cannot lose you, right? Like, we can't do that. And this woman thought that it was a personal choice. She thought it was something, she called it her own stubbornness, Nadia, right? She called it her own stubbornness because she's stubborn and she loves her titties so much that she's willing to leave us. No, not in here. No. You don't have the right to leave people that love you. You don't have the right, because your body is not your own. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. You don't own yourself. And this Christian ethic of choice, and this is my body, my choice. I don't know what you're talking about. That is not your body. And you don't have the choice. You are going to fight to live. That's what you're going to do. And so many of us, since the Tuskegee experiment, we've done our own personal Tuskegee experiment. So now the white man didn't want to give us penicillin, which was readily available. He didn't want us to have it. So what do? We don't want to have it. So now we don't go to the doctor. You know how many people I've counseled that refuse to go to the doctor? And I always tell myself, I'm sure white supremacists are very happy with you. because you're doing something that they used to fool us into doing. You're doing it on your own. You're not allowed to do it. And Nadia, I just wanted you to come on, if I could, and speak about your experiences with this, with your family, and with your life. And I know that you know what I'm talking about because you're from the tribe of Judah, correct, Nadia? I'm sorry, she might be frozen. Nadia is from the tribe of Judah. I'm not sure. I don't know about every other tribe, but the tribe of Judah is the tribe that participated in the Tuskegee experiment. And we're the tribe that hates vaccinations, that hates going to the doctor. Nadia was talking to me about this the other night, and she has the exact same experiences that I have. You know what the tribe of Judah does? The tribe of Judah is more afraid of the cure than they are the disease. The disease is fine. I want you to, let me see if any Judites are out there. If a Judite is about to lose his feet because of diabetes, he has cancer or she has cancer, and everyone tells her she needs chemotherapy, she needs the doctor, they use a term to say they would rather do this than go to the doctor. Does anyone know what that term is? You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you? I heard it last week. I heard it 3 nights ago. You want me to give it to you, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
You know what they say? They say, I would rather just ride it out. That's what they all say, Ephraim. I know you're Ephraimite, so I'm not sure if it's the same in your tribe. But do you know how many times I've said, brother, you have a tumor as big as a goddamn 2-liter bottle of soda. You're not getting chemotherapy. You're not going to let that doctor, you know what they tell me? They say, I don't want that doctor to be cutting on me, to be cutting me up. And I go, okay, you don't want a doctor to cut you. You don't want chemotherapy. So what are you going to do? You know what they say? They say, I was just going to ride it out. I was just going to ride it out. Nadia, you're back. Give her a hand.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry.
Nadia, break it down. You know it better than I do. Break it down, please.
Okay. I'm sorry, I missed it because my whole thing shut down. I missed what you said like 2 seconds ago.
I was explaining to the people who are not from the tribe of Judah about the riding it out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Right.
So
go ahead.
There's this whole concept where when you find out that there may something potentially be wrong with you, you're just going to be like, oh, I don't want to go to the doctor. I'm just going to write it out. Quick story. So my biological father had high blood pressure and congestive heart failure. Well, we didn't know that he had congestive heart failure. He knew, but he didn't say anything. We found out when he unexpectedly died. He had a massive heart attack driving home from work, pulled off on the side of the road and died in his truck. And we didn't know what happened, or anything until we got the autopsy. And they said he had congestive heart failure, and he knew he had congestive heart failure and that he had medicine for it, but he didn't take it. And he had told me before that he had high blood pressure, and I would get on him, because I was a nurse before, so he knew I would get on to him about his medicine. And I would say, Dad, are you taking your medicine? You take your blood pressure? Oh, if I feel bad, I take it. If I don't feel bad, I don't take it. I'm just going to ride this thing out and see how it goes. Well, lo and behold, he wrote it out until he died. You know what I'm saying? And so it was very, and people don't realize it's hurtful to the people that are around you that love you, that if you have that whole mindset that you just gonna ride things out and you're gonna let what's the other saying people say, you're gonna let the chips fall where they may, or whatever that mess is. You just gonna let it happen. And then, see what else happens. I want to say specifically, mostly Black people for sure, have this fear of going to the doctor. They think that they're going to be okay if they don't go to the doctor, and they just going to ride it out and see what happens when it happens. But you really should do like the scriptures tell you and honor the physician. For real, go and get checked out. With my whole situation with cancer, ain't no way I'm not gonna be being like, oh, I'm just gonna try to. And I honestly say people have told me since my diagnosis, oh, why don't you try the holistic approach or just juice or try this or try that? And each situation is different, and I think depending on what stage you are, you may have time for that. But for me, I've got stage 3 triple negative breast cancer. There's only 4 stages of cancer. I don't have time to be trying to try nothing else. I gotta get on what I'm on, be on what I'm on, kill that thing, so that way I can continue to live and doing what I'm doing. I don't want to die. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to sit there and be thinking, hey, I'm just gonna wait and ride it out and see what happens, like Ananda Lewis did. She waited and waited to the point where when she did decide that she wanted to try to do something, oh, it's too late now. So now they don't have time to catch it. They don't have time to kill what's trying to kill you. And I feel like maybe my whole situation that I'm going through right now can help other people realize, man, when you feel something, or even if you don't feel something, but go get your yearly checkups, man. Go make sure that you're on pace with everything, because you never know when something will just pop up, and if you let it slide, it could kill you. So definitely don't ride it out.
She's telling the truth. Yeah, no, don't ride it out.
No,
do not ride it out. Don't you understand? That's what white people want us to do. White people want us. You know what I think about sometimes, Nadia? I think about how much money America saved by not giving us health care that we could have gotten by going to the doctor for free. Like we must be helping the economy by white people saving money on not giving us health care that we could get if we go to the doctor, and we could just have. And let me tell you something else why it's so beautiful what you've done. Ananda Lewis, her mother had breast cancer and her mother died. Your father had congestive heart failure. He ignored it, and you did not repeat the same mistake of your father. That is so rare. So many of us, we're just going to repeat the mistakes of the people that raised us. But Nadia, you were born again. You understand me? And you didn't repeat the mistake of your family. And that's hard to do. Nadia, what's her name? Ananda Lewis, she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. Her mother had breast cancer. She watched her mother die. And when it was her time, she just did the same thing. She just repeated the same exact thing. And what I'm trying to tell you is not going to the doctor is what white people want you to do. I would love to know I remember during the COVID-19 virus, everyone around the world is protesting so that they can get the vaccine. Black people are protesting to not get it because they don't want it. And I watched them and go, my God, you're doing another Tuskegee experiment. You're doing it by yourself. White oppression is so powerful that we're so afraid of them that we want to please them so much that if we know white people don't want to treat us, we won't want to treat ourselves. If white people don't want you, think about this. White people for years did not want us to go to school. They would beat us. The white people did not allow us to learn to read. They wouldn't let us read. After so many years of white people killing us for learning to read, we didn't want to read either. We didn't want to go to school either. For years of white people saying, I'm not giving you penicillin. I'm not giving you chemotherapy. I'm not giving you readily available cures. You know what we did? We said, we don't trust these cures. We don't want them either. All to please white people. Let me tell you something. This is what we're going to do in the Israelite School of UPK. We're going to have victory over death. We're doing that. And you don't have the right to choose anything else because your body is not your own. Please give me that, Ephraim. Your body doesn't belong to you. You think that body is yours? So you decide to drink pickle juice and get an acupuncturist and to burn sage while you have cancer. Why? Because you hate the radiation from mammograms, because you hate the readily available cure that cures white people. White people are getting the cure. But when it's a black person's time, a Hispanic's time, you don't trust it, nigga, you're going to get that chemotherapy. You're doing it. I don't even want to hear you. Now, y'all, one time some brother sent me a picture. I have this picture on my phone. And I'm going to find out what happened to this brother and if he obeyed my orders. He sent me a picture of his foot. And I remember going, why is he sending me a picture of this fish? Now, hear me on this. I said, the brother's sending me a big mouth fish. I called him and I said, why'd you send me this fish? He said, that's my foot.
Oh, wow.
And I said, what in the F is wrong with you, you mother effing careless, selfish bastard? Are you telling me you're a trooper in the UPK? He had diabetes so much that his big toe looked like a fish with its mouth open.
Oh, damn.
I have it in my phone. I began to berate him and yell at him, until I was satisfied. And you know what he told me? I said, you're not taking your diabetes medicine? You're not taking insulin? He said, no, man, because I tried to get on that insulin. They told me I couldn't drink soda. I couldn't drink my Pepsi. I couldn't drink my Pepsi anymore. I said, so you're planning on losing your leg for Pepsi? I said, that leg doesn't belong to you. That's not yours. You're going to save that leg. You're going to take that diabetes medication. I don't give a damn what you have to give up. I don't care because I refuse to give you up. I'm not doing that. If you people out there don't want to live, don't join the UPK. Why are you in here with us so we can get all attached to you? That's what happens. After years of being in the UPK, Nadia, I have grown accustomed to you. You understand? You understand? I've grown accustomed to you. I can't lose you. I need you.
I need you too. All y'all.
I can tell you why y'all was shy. We all need each other. People that think you can just choose to die, you're in the wrong group for that. Right? You got to join, you got to go to church. In church, they're so used to people dying, they'll be fine with it. But we have grown accustomed to one another. So you don't get to decide to just experiment with your own treatment. You're going to do the thing that gives you the best odds of living, or else don't be in here with us because I don't want to miss you. I don't want to have to miss you.
And so, like, if I may,
please, sir, please, sis.
So like you were saying about the brother with the, with his foot and how what they're saying that he can't eat. I mean, they've given me things that I'm supposed to not eat. They're like, hey, you can't eat this. I got to completely change up my diet, do different stuff. And guess what? I'm going to do everything that they say I need to do from now until forever, and people a lot of times, and I've been hearing this, people go back after they've been healed from whatever disease they're on. They go back to doing the same thing that they did before and then wonder why they have a reoccurrence of the cancer coming back or whatever, their diabetes coming back or whatever it may be. But once you change how you live and things that you got to do to stay living, stick on that. Don't go back to what you used to do. Don't go back to the old you. Do what you need to do now so you can stay alive. And another thing I've noticed too with people, Black people specifically, with not wanting to take care of their health, is they always worry about the financial aspect of it, how much it's going to cost. They don't want to go to the doctor because of the bills. And chemo is not cheap. Cancer is not cheap. Cancer is big business in the United States. But you think I'm gonna be scared of them bills? Guess what? Them bills gonna be there. Please. You know what I'm saying? So let them come. But I want to be here. So why would I not go to the doctor? Or the people who don't go to the doctor get life-changing surgeries, or you need a heart transplant, or you need a kidney transplant, and you don't go because you're worried about how much it's gonna cost? Do you not want to be alive? You got to do whatever you need to do to be alive. And I don't. I think about everybody around it are being supportive and my husband and, you know, my kids, and I don't want to leave them. I don't want to leave y'all. I feel like if I'm gone, they're gonna be sad. I don't think and people got to realize you don't need to be selfish. You know, you're thinking about what you want to do for yourself. You need to be selfless. Think about all the people who are gonna love and miss you if you are gone. You know, think about all the people who you can't help take care of no more, who you can't help serve. And that's our whole lives, our existence here is basically in service. That's what the Most High would have us do, is to be in service to one another. So how selfish of it would it be of me to be like, oh, I'm just gonna ride it out. I'm not gonna eat the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna be okay right now. Everybody's supporting me right now. But when I'm done, I'm going back to eating all the crap I used to eat to junk up my body and get cancer back again. So what? All of the physical aspects of it, yeah, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? To think about the things that I'll lose, you know, lose your hair, you lose your breast, all this stuff. Yes, it's that whole process it is grief in that. But the biggest thing, of course, I think I said like on my video, is the mental aspect of it. You got to think about everything that's in your brain that you're going through. But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be here. All that stuff could come back, but I want to be here, still living and existing and being with my husband and my kids and all of y'all until the Lord take this world out and we get the new world, which is hopefully soon.
Right. Damn right.
But I want to see that part. I want to make it to that part. I don't want to be, you know, like Ananda Lewis and decided not to do anything. So to everybody who got some kind of illness that they battling, go to the doctor. Get that junk taken care of. Don't wait, man. Don't wait.
Give her a hand. Well said, Nadia.
But that scripture.
Please go ahead, Warrior.
1 Corinthians 6:19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you?
Thawada. I forgot Ayar put up on the screen. He said that the tribe of Yashakar, the Mexicans, are the same way. Someone else said that the West Indians are the same way. We all are pleasing the white man by dying before we have to. We're all doing it. No more. No more. We're not doing any more Tuskegee experiments. We're not testing anything out. We're going to use common, useful, proven methods, and knowing that with the Most High God's help, he will use those methods to save our life. Or else don't join this school. Get out of here. I'm not mourning anyone. I don't want to get attached to you and love you and care for you and counsel you when you don't give a goddamn about any of us enough to save your life or change your diet. Leave. Leave before I love you. Leave. Read the precept again.
1 Corinthians 6:19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is
the Lord said, don't you know that your body is the temple of God? So many of you filthy Christians out there, you think that's your body, don't you? Well, I'm not giving up my breasts. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving up my breasts. Bitch, you're going to do what you're told to do. And you're never going to die. Never. Never. That's what you're going to do. Or else you're in the wrong place. I'm not letting that radiation touch me. Nigga, you are going to do what you're told. And you are never going to die. You don't have a choice. Read it from the top.
What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit?
Your body is the temple of God. So many of you would do anything to save a church. The white man burns down a church. You cry about it for 50 years. You love every church building. You love the cathedral in Notre Dame in France. You love these cathedrals. These churches you build so big, those are holy places to you. I know. You think they're wonderful. You think the Catholic churches and the Baptist churches and the church at 2818 in Atlanta is a holy place. Your body is a holy place. That is God's house. It's not yours. Continue.
Which ye have of God.
That house you have because God let you hold it. God made you not an owner of your body, but a caretaker of your body. And so many of you think you can have sex with whoever you want. You think you can eat whatever you want, and you think you could deny your body medical help because you don't want to. You are not an owner of your body. You're a caretaker. You're a caretaker of God's house. That's his body. Continue.
And ye are not your own.
Read that again.
And ye are not your own.
Read that again.
And ye are not your own.
Listen, I'm trying to help you with this. You just can't join this school if you think you own your body. You shouldn't. Go join the church. I'm not asking you what you want to do with your body. Well, General Hyman, I don't want to give up Pepsi. I don't want to have chemotherapy. I don't want them white doctors cutting all over me. You're going to do what you're told to do, or else you can't be in here, because we can't love you if you don't love us enough to fight to stay alive. Give me that black doc. I sent you a black doctor video. Ephraim, you recall that?
Yes. I'm not sure how quickly I could pull it up.
Okay, I'll give Nadia. Is there something else you wanted to say?
Salaki, sir. Yeah, I just want to say, basically the water to everyone, to, it's reaching out to me, to my other one, the shop, this just sending thoughts and prayers and gifts and things and such. Y'all just don't know how much that stuff really helps me, really helps him. And, we really need, like kind of the support. And, my other one, of course, he's strong, so he ain't gonna say what he needs. But we really appreciate each and every one of you that are, just kind of reaching out to us and just offering your thoughts and prayers and y'all's support, because it definitely is needed. And, I may have moments where I look like I'm strong, but trust me, it gets dark sometimes in my brain, over here. And when I look at all the text messages and things, it helps me to remember why I'm fighting and to keep fighting, and then the shock most definitely is holding me down over here. So anytime I'm really, really struggling, and y'all don't see it, he over here pulling me up too. So I just want to say the water to all of y'all, Commander Junior Hannah, you, Abba, all the generals, all of everybody. I really value all of y'all, man. I can't wait to see y'all, Lord alive, see some of y'all soon. Hopefully this next couple of weeks at this cookout.
In Fayetteville, North Carolina, now y'all.
We're
gonna be together in Fayetteville, North Carolina, getting it on. And you're such an example of what women and brothers should be like. You're a fighter, man. You're one West. And the Most High God is going to honor you in this war. I'm so proud of you and so proud of your husband. Well done.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's on me. He's always telling me every time I feel like I get down, he tells me to keep swinging, Nadia. Just keep swinging. So like they'll be in my brain. So that's always in there whenever I feel like I'm struggling. He just like keep swinging. He always tells me, he loves boxing, so he's always talking about his fighters. So he's like, Nadia, you're gonna be one of my favorite fighters, so I need you to keep swinging. So that's exactly what I'm gonna keep doing.
Well, Nadia, you are no coward. Well done. Well done. Give her a hand. Ephraim, I think we gotta wrap it up. The water to Nadia. We gotta wrap it up, Ephraim.
So we real tight on time. Did you want to still touch on IUIC and their
Your call. I can do it next Thursday in Harlem if you want. You got to call it based on what you think we should do for the show, like we discussed earlier.
Let's do that next Thursday.
Next Thursday, we're going to go into coon on coon crime. The IUIC versus the 228. Look at Ephraim. This is a good one. 28. What's the name of the church?
2819 Church.
2819 Church and the IUIC. Both of them coons. Both of them love white people and love the police more than they love their own people. But you have to tune in next Thursday for me to bring it out and teach you why these two groups are the same. Tune in next Thursday and I'll bring it out. With that, stand by for Cross the Line. Where's Tazariak at? Is he there? Or he's not in?
Captain Tazariak is going to be joining us live. I mean, from his
yeah, he's remotely. Listen, Captain Tazariak did a hell of an interview today with some devil who has 750,000 subscribers. He got it on. He brought it back wet. He'll tell you about it tonight. It will be on the internet going viral in about 2 weeks. Shout out Captain Desire. God damn it, Asher. Tell everyone about what you're doing this week. Tell them what happened this week. Where's Asher at?
Consul, I'm right here, sir.
Break it down, man. What you doing at the Puff Diddy trial and about the protest? Come on, Asher.
Consul, so this week, since last week, we've been going to cover the protests live that have been happening all around New York City, and the P. Diddy trial that's been going on for like 6 or 7 weeks now. And so what we've been doing is live streaming the protest live, interviewing people, getting their opinions, and then reporting back to what's happening from the P. Diddy trial, sir.
So Asher, you got into the courtroom?
Consul, I wasn't in the main courtroom because of too many people there. I was in an overflow room next to the main courtroom, and we were watching everything on the television.
God damn, Asher, you a full-out wartime correspondent.
Most High in Christ, sir.
You're a wartime correspondent. And Tazariak said you're doing amazing numbers out on the internet. Break that down.
Well, during the live stream, I've been using AI to come up with titles that will be very captivating and pictures. That way, the algorithm kind of like promotes the Cross the Line channel more because of the trending topic and how relevant the events are. And that's just been able to get Cross the Line Radio a lot of live stream views so far. We're at 500,000 views right now.
Goddamn, Asher, 500,000 views.
Concert.
I see you're a man of no excuses. So you're not going to tell me that we're shadow banned. You're not going to say that, Asher?
Oh, sir.
Yeah, remember when brothers would say that, Asher, in the councils? They would say, "Oh, General Yohana, we getting shadow banned." I say, you don't give a damn about the shadow ban, Asher. Am I correct about that?
Yes, sir. As long as I get permission to do what I want to do.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You have permission. You got permission to take that 500,000 to 1 million. You have permission because you are no coward and you don't take excuses up. Everyone needs to see what you're doing on the internet. Everyone needs the truth because without it, they die. And you're doing God's work. I can Commandant General Yohana is well impressed. He told me today.
Most High in Christ, but I do want to say I was inspired by all the other brothers in the zones that go out live and do interviews like down in Texas and Kansas City and California. So that's one of the big motivators of me going out there.
Well done, Asher. Good job, priest. Good job, sacerdote. Sacerdote, Asher. Good job. Well done, Asher. Ephraim, is that it?
Sir.
Man, let me say to water to Trinidad. Give Trinidad a hand. Trinidad, I'm getting a weird vibe. Like I got to come down to Trinidad. I got to ask Commandant General Yohana to send me to Trinidad so I can get down there and eat some of that. What's the national dish of Trinidad? What's good down there? Let me tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is right now. That bus-up shirt roti. Is that the good food down there? The bus-up shut? Or am I thinking about something else?
We visit Trinidad now.
Say again. Trinidad.
Yeah. So like I say,
Yeah, I hear you fine. Go ahead.
I was saying, that is something that everybody just look forward to when they come to visit the island and to visit Trinidad.
Listen, Captain Mashak, about 10 years ago, Captain Mashak taught me how to make that bus-up short roti. And I can cook that thing, Trinidad. I'll come down there and make it for you. That Captain Mashak taught me 10 years ago how to make that. Trinidad, the water for being in the class tonight. I appreciate you. Chi-Town. Give Chi-Town a hand. The water Chi-Town. I hope I didn't miss anything that you might have wanted to bring out. You just tell me, all right? Am I good? I can't hear you, Chi-Town. Salaki.
You got to unmute yourself,
Go ahead, Chi-Town.
Salaki, sir, can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
Come on. No, I said, Salaki, sir, we're good. You know, we're gearing up for the cookout, you know what I'm saying, in Fayetteville, you know what I'm saying, down there in North Carolina. But following right after that mighty cookout, which is going to be unparalleled. Y'all got to get ready. But coming after that is the 8th annual Midwest Fire Weekend right here in Chicago. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta brace yourselves for this. We not releasing the itinerary yet because we're gonna let our brothers get their shine on. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna do their thing, sir. But coming up right after that, we gonna blaze the Midwest with this fire weekend, out of one. And I believe also coming up next week, next Saturday, we are going to be down in Kansas City, down in KC, holding camp. This Saturday, we're going to be in Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Doing our thing in Gary, help raising up Gary up out of the dead, out of one. You know what I'm saying? Under the leadership of the Marquardt, under the authority of Commanding General Yohana. You know what I mean, sir? We're going to be putting this work in and doing our thing, out of one.
Well done, Chicago.
Oh, Salaki, sir. Wait, one second, sir. 1 second.
Hey, real quick. What's going on, Johnny?
Hold on, Captain.
Man, if I could, Johnny, if I could just remind everybody, we finna go on live right now with Commander Jenny Hanna on the War Report Roundtable Truth Podcast.
That's right.
So just let everybody know. Soon as you done, Johnny, we going up.
Okay, I'm going off as fast as possible.
No sweat, Johnny. Lord Christ, sir.
The water, Canada, where it's cold. Water, Canada next week, Lord allow. Milwaukee, man, good to see you again, Milwaukee. You're strong as ever, as powerful as ever. Let me go. Also, Fayetteville, come on, do a commercial. One last thing. Tell everybody about the barbecue coming up, Fayetteville.
Salaki, sir, just want to say the water to Commanding General Hunt and all the generals for the opportunity for us to put on for the nation. We look forward to seeing everybody coming out to Fayetteville, North Carolina, July the 6th, the Coke Classic Carolina Cookout. Be there. Let's get it.
Damn right. Give Fayetteville a hand. Well done, Fayetteville. New Jersey, Brick City. Brick City, you good to go out there in New Jersey? You got anything you wanted to say?
No, Colonel Khan, General. I just want to say, as usual, to Wild class, and everybody stay tuned to my Lashawan Kwadash class tomorrow, and I'll be having the Sabbath service on Saturday as well.
Get it on, Brick City, man. Lashawan Kwadash and the Sabbath service. He's getting it on. Lastly, Jerusalem, Harlem, New York, man. The water, Jerusalem, Ephraim, Asher, the brothers down there, man. Lord allow, I'll see you next week, man. Is everything all right? With that said, Kum Yasha Allah.
Kum Yasha Allah.
The water,
Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Madrim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Madrim. And so in turn to the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ma Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemar, Thumba, Shiriel Shah. Yazmatah, class dismissed.
The water.